to continue our quest and assume more gold. I don't know what's going on. I will admit I have missed the last 2 episodes.
Well, I just thought of a way for us to meet her character. It's ladies.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So, yeah, folks, Thane is back after what, a year and a half now? 2 years?
Yeah, I've been away on.
Last year.
They held him captive on base for a year.
Well, I was only gone for 6 months.
But the last time we visited was August of 2020.
Yeah, so it's been a minute since the last time I visited. I've been going through my career in the military. I went on deployment to Japan, and I am officially back for this session, not the next session. I'm not going to be moving back to Pensacola probably ever again.
So sad.
Congratulations.
Alright. Well, to bring everybody up to date on what has been going on.
We switch things around.
I don't believe, let me double check. No, we do not currently have Hannah.
Hey, can you grab my book? It's right up there.
Which book?
You're stuck.
The one with the dragon on it.
You have to. No!
You only get to go into the table for one reason, and we don't have the time for it.
I'd be surprised what I can do in a little time.
Dang it, John. Alright, moving on, folks. So, to bring everybody up to speed, our party of 5 adventurers, Panzer the Lizard Man, Sam the Robot Teflon, Vadoma the Goblin Priestess, Carl the Elven Chemist, and Roxy the Slime, we're all off traveling and adventuring throughout the world, primarily in the city of Shrikar. And Roxy ended up meeting someone linked to the werewolves. Decided to accompany her even when she was sold into slavery, and has since been disguised as a cat, and been fighting alongside her in a gladiatorial arena to the death every day, and since, about the last 3 months.
Well, she has a lot of XP.
Not officially on paper.
Yeah.
Even though she should.
Because that would be so OP to have a level 10 character amongst all the other level 1s and 2s and 3s. To run back to Shrikar with the 4 other of you, a number of goblins came to request Vadoma's assistance due to a plague that had broken out in Razur, if I believe the country's name is remembered properly, which I'm going to double check my map and say... Stop blurring on me, map. It's a big map, so it loads slow. Razur, yes, dang, I'm good. And so the party set out, and once they realized that Roxy was not with them, they decided to make a pit stop in the city of Liced in Zeketh. Upon arrival, they were able to find the Circus of Liced, which is owned by the Baron Tharndike. Had some interesting encounters, reported a slave thief, fed him to their slime.
Once again,
puppy.
stating that we did not know that he was a slave until afterwards.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi Ashley, or hi Hannah. Got here just in time.
Something about slime being fed to something, or something being fed to a slime?
Yeah, we were recapping what had happened so far, because Thane and Lucy have joined us this night.
Wait, Lucy's there too?
Yes,
Yeah,
Lucy's
hi.
here too.
How come
What
everyone's
was that
there?
noise?
Yeah,
But me.
yeah.
It was his sad whine.
I mean, of course, we don't have
I was
Ashley and
cooking
Hannah at the
food.
table, but
I was cooking food.
that's okay. We just barely got started, so you're in time. After that, Vadoma and Sam decided that they wanted to go to the local spa to
Make mine.
play fortune teller to all the local ladies at the spa, and made their money back plus some for the cost of the spa. During which time they also met, if I remember her name right, Venice,
Farquaad's wife.
the Baron Thorndyke's wife. You need help?
I thought it was funny because I saw my name.
Yeah, I burnt the names of all the original Campaign 1 characters into the TV box.
I feel blessed.
Though I did separate you and Samantha. Somewhere.
Samantha shouldn't be on this board.
Samantha was Samantha was technically along in Campaign 1. So. Yeah, there's a specific reason why I'm like, nope. Moving on. While you were there, you guys got invited by the Baron's wife to accompany her on a ladies' day at the circus. And you guys went back to your party, all of you grouped together, talked about a few things, and then that night, after a trip to... Technically, yes, it was the next night, because you stayed overnight at the spa. Yeah. And then, technically called the Oasis. And the next night, the party decided that a few members of the party would go to visit the Land of Forgotten Souls, or the Plane of Forgotten Souls.
The place whose names keep changing.
I finally decided to actually give it a name. It's official in rulebooks now. I actually gave it a name. There's information written on it. I'm good. I got things done this weekend.
It is raining. You might want to bring your scooter in.
No, my scooter sits out in the rain all the time.
Okay.
It'd just be a wet ride home. Moving on. Hey, sorry. So, as you guys decided to go into the Land of Forgotten Souls, you both met with a divine angel named Castiel, talked to him for a few while, got some more questions answered, and many more questions left unanswered. And then were attacked, or vice versa, were attacked first by a shadow beast. Defeated it, went back to your bodies, and then that night you were attacked by more shadow beasts that were flooding into the mortal plane. And that is where we left off, with everyone having made some payments for damages to the floor with certain swords. And
Sam does not care.
everyone eventually went to sleep, and the party is waking up
Someone else's money.
the next morning, just to double check, you two are still okay playing your original characters that you set up before, right?
Fire
Okay.
Nipples are in here. I don't remember their names.
I believe I still have them
Yes.
somewhere in here.
Oh no.
Oh,
What?
great.
Why?
Brother.
It's
Brother!
Yeah.
I remember because you're a lizard folk.
I think I still have you in here.
We
Just
can
give me
we
a second.
can find
Mine,
out if
I
he's
remember,
actually
I
a
think mine was like
dragonborn,
one
but
hot
it's
chick
a
or
one-way
something.
street.
Yeah, I did lose my hard drive though, so some of my character
Dude,
information.
I had to completely
He's gone.
wipe
It's on my
entire hard drive.
phone!
If you have it on your phone, great. I don't need to worry about it.
Because it's in my Discord.
Oh yeah, it is in our
Sweet.
Discords.
Do you
You're not
remember
logged
your
in on
character
that phone, I don't
stats?
think.
Do
It
you
might
still
be
have
Discord
those?
soon.
It should be in Discord.
Oh, I don't have
Okay,
any
so-
service.
So
Wi-Fi.
Why is my Discord not logged in? What the
yeah,
fuck?
so if you two can go ahead and bring up your stats, we'll get you written into the story
Take a second.
somehow.
Wi-Fi.
Got it.
We actually have the reverse problem with our house. We don't have Wi-Fi set up, but our signal's great.
So you two, so you're getting them set up on Wi-Fi then? Okay, you're good. Hannah, Ashley, and Carl, while they're getting set up on Wi-Fi, is there anything that the three of you would like to do before Sam and Vidoma end up visiting the circus?
No, I'm pretty much in the circus, so.
Well, you technically have Buddy in a jar. I think
You still in a jar? Oh, yeah.
I think
he
the
had to
lid
get
has
out
been
of
taken
the
off.
jar.
I think he came out of the jar before everyone went to sleep. But yeah, he for the sake
yeah, he
of
came out of the
he couldn't damage the shadow beasts. He hid in a jar, terrified. Last episode when you weren't here.
Yeah, because it was too cold.
Yeah, the room got really cold.
They're Dementor bugs.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he would have stayed somewhere warm.
Okay. So, that takes care of Buddy. Carl, was there anything you wanted to accomplish?
It's nighttime, ain't it?
No, it is morning.
He did potions last
Okay.
night before he
Yeah,
went to bed.
he did potions the night before.
Yeah, well, I want to make a fucking book, but a book costs, a fortune,
Roxy?
apparently.
Where's Roxy?
Roxy's in a
We need
cave.
her. I know, it's a joke. Because
It's fine.
Roxy's got a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I couldn't even sell enough potions to get a fucking book. That's how expensive they are.
Granted,
How much
you
is
did
it?
not sell any potions.
No, I'm saying, even if I did, I would not be able to sell enough to get a fucking book.
How much is it, Carl?
It's 100 gold for the book I want.
Holy
I'll
shit.
give it to you.
Of
Fuck.
course you would. Oh my gosh, the bank.
You got a sugar mama, Carl?
No,
Is that what I'm
she is
hearing?
my sugar mom.
Your sugar mama.
It's a sugar mama!
Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, unless you wanted to roleplay it, with the 100 gold that Vadoma ended up giving you, you are able to go back out and purchase the
Are
book.
you sure you want to give me that? It's an empty book. You know this, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh my
Like, why is an
god.
empty book that expensive?
Because it's bound and jeweled in hard leather, and
Oh, okay, it's a nice book.
this is a book, presentable to a king.
Okay.
He's trying
Which
to
is
write
what
a
I'm
medical
using it
journal.
for.
I was about to say, like, we have spare paper.
I'm sure the king would love that.
No, I'm writing a journal. I'm going to be
Okay.
literally writing out all the ingredients and instructions on the cure, and I want to get it out and known. And also maybe make a few coins off of it.
Did you tell us this?
Fuck.
Haven't told us yet.
I would.
Oh, okay.
Okay, at this point, I would be like, I don't know if we can. Is it safe where we're at? I don't know. We're in a room.
We're in his room, yeah.
Do I hear people outside, like walking or?
It's a standard hotel inn situation.
We were safe
Um,
enough to go to the spirit realm.
So you can slightly hear it, but not really. It's
Um,
weird.
I don't know.
I've been in a hotel too many.
I don't know if
Yeah, hotels are kind of becoming a new thing for me too.
to help the province. We might need to go somewhere else.
Wait, what?
I will say this for the knowledge that you guys have, the Library of Liced is actually open to the public. Anyone can go there and study. There's a lot of people in the medical profession in Liced, more so than it appears that are in Trakar. It seems like the what was it, family? There was a family.
While you're looking at a quick question, we were doing the circus visit during the night, right?
No, it was a daytime visit.
Oh, okay.
That would be. I can't remember where the Yakuza family, because I remember I actually stole that name from them. The Yakuza owns the hospital for whatever reason, in the medical industry, and it seems to be staying in the family in Trakar and other countries. Here in the Cid, mathematics, science, and the medical industry are actually studied in great detail.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Everything except for technology for some reason.
And there are reasons for that in the lore, but I haven't divulged them yet. That being said, being that it's open to the public, and there are a lot of goblins, obviously, in the land, in the area. You've seen them gambling at the various places, and Vadoma actually knew of the Circus of Liced because other goblins go there to gamble and try to make a fortune, as is a goblin tradition. You get the idea that this is probably a pretty decent place to publish such a book, especially giving it and submitting it to the king himself. as is the way to get something official in the Library of the City.
This is the way.
Yes, this is the way. So, at that, Carl will say, for brevity, unless you wish to do something else, that you are able to go out, spend about 35-ish minutes to go out and come back, and you have your leather-bound, nice book. Can't remember on the price. Did you buy the one that had the gold and the jewels, or the one that just had the brass and the iron bindings?
You said the one more presentable to the king was the one jeweled, which was 100, I think.
Yep, that sounds about right. So, yes, he comes back, and it looks like a Catholic altar Bible, but it's blank inside. Yeah. So, you get an idea of why this thing costs so much.
I look at it and go, that was a huge waste of money. My God. You know how much you could have bought for 100 gold?
You know how many chickens I could buy with that?
But once me and Panzer agreed, that was a huge waste of money.
I'm hungry.
It's not your money.
There is
So
a place
yeah.
to eat
I'm just
on the
giving
first
counsel.
floor. You're currently upstairs. Now, you're playing a human soldier or dwarven soldier? I can't remember. Draconic soldier.
I'm a dragonborn.
Got
I
it.
have the elemental of earth.
Got it. So you
I'm
would be a
Druidor.
bronze dragonborn,
Yeah, I'm
believe.
bronze.
and you're a fire elemental woman,
And I'm
Okay.
resistance to. I'm impervious to fire.
which is how you two actually
Are
Let's not get
together.
into it.
um,
Yeah.
It's steamy enough in here.
That's how it works.
I know. I hate this summer humidity. All right, moving on. So as you all go downstairs, as is tradition in the morning of your visits, you go.
We didn't actually have to meet up. We all stayed in one room this time.
You all go down to the main eating area, find yourself a table. Now, if you could please describe your characters to the group, so that people on Discord is able to, understand what they're hearing, and then I will give you guys some information to write you in for this session.
Out of game, I look over, I'm like, I had an interesting dream about you once.
Ooh.
No, we were reading a fan fiction book.
Yeah.
And you guys have not,
That's
you guys
why I
have
remember
not
that.
actually read that book yet.
We
It's
will.
in the story.
I went like
I know.
this.
It's in the story. I'm getting there. Just hold your horses. Time out here.
Going to be disgusting.
So my character is a male bronze coppery bronze
Coppery bronze.
dragonborn. My name is Rigarborn. Rigar?
Your mouth just stopped working.
I
What's your last name again?
Somebody stabbed him when they were naming you.
I am about 6 feet tall. My
You are a tiny dragon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I thought you were like 8.5.
Panzer would beat you by 3 freaking feet.
I
And
know.
you're taller than Panzer.
Most Dragonborns stand at about 8 foot.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. So I was
like 8.5 feet.
yeah, I was like 8.5 feet tall. I didn't wear
He's 9
much armor because my scales are hardened and they act as armor.
Which actually gives you the scale mail protection against
yeah.
slashing damage.
Which gives me the scale mail because I have it written. I was a soldier for the Dragonborn City, which I have it written on.
You old.
Oh yeah, that was
I-
like 300 years ago or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my character is extremely old.
This character lived during Patrine's prime.
Yeah, so my character's like 500 years
Hey,
old.
it's your uncle.
Or something like that.
Your character sits just about 200, 180 to 200 years old.
Pretty shrunk with age. There might have been once upon a time he was 8 foot, but he just shrunk.
And he is 8.
I haven't eaten yet.
Huh?
Your weakness and stuff is that important?
Forgot to silence my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
So my weakness is furious rage. Whenever I fail to make a vitality check of 13 or more, if failed, all characters become visible targets for 3 rounds. And
So we can like.
I had to roll a dice to determine all attacks.
We have
for
so many
those
squishy
rounds.
characters.
Just add a
Oh,
quick
shit.
question. Just add a game, but like about the game.
You need to stand next to him at all times.
If that was to happen, what happens to leadership?
Leadership.
I can't command him anymore.
No, pretty
You
much.
wouldn't command me.
Just
Yeah.
He has the ability to command.
As soon as other people,
that's
as
right.
soon as
No,
the
it's
party,
a furious rage. I can't control anything.
as soon as the party members become viable targets, there is no getting past his mental state.
But my strength is battle hard. It reduces all damage by 1d4.
Nice. Which in the new system is actually really good.
Wait, what?
He can just reduce all damage he takes by 1d4.
Yeah.
Aren't you
Also, I
Uh-huh.
need you to do something.
already do that.
No, that's
On
defense.
top.
He's an earth.
Oh, so yeah, he's also his strength is to do the same thing.
Yes.
Does
So
roll
he gets
2d4?
2d4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damage reduction for him is insane.
Especially since now we do d8s for most damage, so he can
Yes.
literally just go, did I heal?
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't
You
heal.
got me too?
But one thing I will need you to do is add your defense stat and your dexterity stat and give me that value. Plus 3.
Defense is 7. My dex is 6 plus 3.
So that's 16.
So 16?
16? Okay, your armor value is 16. Nothing but a 17 or higher is capable of hitting you.
Cool.
And if I think it's 10, they have to beat it by?
If they hit him with a 27, then it deals a d16 damage.
Basically, we're doing a lot less damage now. So a fox can't kill a hardened warrior in armor.
Yeah,
Yeah, we finally figured out AV what is
blue.
the-
You want black, right?
Aww.
Why do you all do that at the same fucking time?
Because it was cute.
Because it's adorable! I have a
It's a
stupid
cook-
camouflage
it's a
one on my
cook-
spare set of
cook-
keys.
Also, Makar is called Makar.
Oh no,
Okay.
Korok,
Yeah,
Akira are the
they're
fairy people. Sorry, my bad. It's been a while.
Alright, Carl, there's a message in chat for you in Roll20. Alright, so that is Thane's character. You see Panzer, you who love and always notice Dragonborn in the area, you see a Dragonborn
Dragaboo.
of that
Does
caliber.
he have any emblems like from?
So
his...
I have a very old, almost like burned wound that looks like an emblem, but because of the age of it, it's not completely visible. It was the symbol of the kingdom that I served.
Am I able to recognize this?
You would have never. Well, actually, on
300
your
years ago?
identification papers,
well,
the seal of Phoenicia is on there.
Do I recognize it?
You would notice. Yeah.
But let's get to the actual like meeting each other before.
Question
that.
quit. I do want to get there.
And then my beautiful wife,
I believe you chose the tiny, or was it small?
I could change, remember?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
determined that I could, like, change between, like,
Oh,
3 feet to, like, 5 feet.
Got it.
Mute yourself if you're gonna do that.
and then if she is around fire, then she can absorb that fire and become even bigger.
So basically, you're the fire version of Roxy, because she does the same thing with water.
Cool!
Yeah.
But she's on fire and she can actually like fire bend, versus Roxy
Yeah.
just swallows things.
And like, there's no, like, I don't have clothes. Like, my clothes are made of fire, you know? Like,
Basically,
My
like
hair is fire,
the Elder Scrolls Fire Elementals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, but not really. It's more like a dress that is formed by fire around her body.
Well, I mean, just the whole being made.
Yeah.
Of fire.
yeah, like
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. So, basically, in a metal chair, specially set aside for her character, if you did describe your character briefly, what was your character's name again? Because I can.
Saoirse.
Sorsha.
Saoirse.
Syrian.
I'll just remember seared steak. So Sear and what was your character's name?
I gotta change my name.
Forever.
It's like,
It's
what is it?
Bjorn. Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
DiGiorno.
What?
No, it's delivery.
okay. Alright, so Bjorn and Sira.
Honestly,
Saoirse.
Bjorn is a good name.
Saoirse. These two characters
No,
are sitting at a
like,
table by
actual,
themselves
like,
eating
lore.
breakfast. The 8-foot-tall, massive dragonborn, and I would say currently 3-foot-ish tall, dangling her feet off the ground by about a foot in the chair next to him.
She typically likes to sit on my shoulders.
Fire elemental.
So basically, you have a small fire on
Yes.
your shoulders.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
I didn't know where that came from.
You can't be the one that go get stuff tonight.
I'm just let Thane stay in your double-sided tape chair. All right.
Are you like ghost groping your girlfriend now?
Oh,
No,
dang it!
Milk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This happens every time Thane comes back. Everyone
Hey,
else, the
He
level.
makes us more vulgar.
Yeah.
Yes, the level just
Yeah,
I
goes
can't
up a little
imagine
bit
what
more.
your household is like.
Our household is great.
Oh dear lord. All right. So as soon as he gets back with La Pizza, you'll be able to walk up to the new.
All the way around for some reason, and I don't know why.
Reasons.
Where am I presenting this?
Here,
I don't know yet.
Scooty. If only we didn't have the train that we can't see.
We good? John, does he need help?
I need mine so that I can
Right on that?
write up.
I'll let you two role play, introducing yourselves. I'm gonna just go inside and get plates.
Oh, great.
Oh, wait, did you walk up to us?
What do you want, kid?
I'm a half foot taller than you are.
What do you want?
I'm still facing the bar, and I have a drink in my hand.
Okay,
And I hear that behind me, and I go, "What do you want, kid?"
I actually a step in front and said, only thing I'm going to say is I'm sorry for what's about to happen. Just back up.
I'm like, pick up my shield.
I turn around.
I'm in half plates, green with a giant fin on the top of my head, sticking straight up.
Oh yeah.
I have a, what is it, buffalo? Do I have
Yeah,
a
it's
buffalo
buffalo.
cloak?
No, Alpha Buffalo.
Alpha, sorry, alpha.
We
Oh,
have
so you
faced
got the
battle,
bigger
yeah.
version. Okay.
Yeah, it's huge.
Alright, this is the pepperoni.
But yeah, that's what I look like.
That's
with
pepperoni.
Or cheese or something. It's
A
not
sword on
meat.
the side and a spear on my back.
I have a battle axe strapped to my back.
Yeah, that looks like all cheese.
Yep.
All cheese.
Can you hand me one of those?
I'm just passing the box around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, get my earphones back in here, quick.
I'm gonna hold off for a little bit until I take it.
And this must be the pepperoni.
Sorry,
And
we're getting
mushroom?
food, people. We like our food. Guess I'll just take both of those then.
We'll let that cool down.
Pepperoni and mushroom.
Alright, anyway, yeah, so then I back off and you can do your thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's a dragon weed.
Hey!
That actually is a very adequate
Oh my
word
Okay,
to
I
describe
dress-
you.
You're dressed in like a knockoff version of their clothing.
Can I have
You changed your name.
I
Joe,
didn't
can
change
you
my
hand
name.
me that?
That was the only name
Can I
I was
have
given.
one of the pepperoni and mushrooms?
Second one down. There you go.
So, I turn around, I look at you, I eyeball you up and down.
How big is my shield?
Your shield stands at actually about 6 feet wide. He's currently wielding a steel version of a dragonborn shield. It looks
Oh
like it was
shit! So like the Royal Guards on?
Yeah,
pretty much,
Okay.
yeah. What they were known as in your culture during your time, they were known as the Panzers.
Okay.
They were basically Spartans,
Okay.
but 9 foot, 8 foot tall Spartans.
Yeah.
So
I know. Of course I would know. It's my fucking food.
I'm just informing you
I know,
because
I know,
you
I
haven't
know.
been playing.
I know. I
You
know.
might need to form one more thing. Hi, I'm Panzer.
So he introduces
You are
himself.
a weeb. There's no way you're not a weeb.
This lizard man,
This man sold you.
huge, 1 foot taller than you.
Half a foot.
Half a foot taller than me.
8
Okay,
and a half.
okay.
That's what he is, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're not
so
gonna
half
find
6 inches taller than you, walks up to you and introduces himself as basically a member of the royal guard.
Dude, you forget I was right hand of the king.
No, he's not.
No.
He was right hand to the king, not to the prince.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're still insulted, probably.
No, no, no. And then when the king, when the war broke out, I was injured, and then I had to.
Oh, okay.
And then I had to go off and get healed, and then my kingdom got destroyed.
I'm glad that's how it happened.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got hurt. Because if you weren't hurt and you were still alive, I would be insulted.
Oh,
Which makes you ran away.
I don't know if we're actually gonna make it to the circus
Sir
today.
Brave.
Alright. Back to the roleplay. I turn around, I still have the mug in my hand. I look you up and down, because you're standing and I'm sitting. And I go, I haven't seen one of these in a while, and I knock on your shield.
And it is obviously like a cheap
Yeah.
Chinese knockoff of a Weber. It's like if China tried to do a cheap knockoff of a Weber grill.
Okay.
Can I grab, like,
Hey,
the
go.
corner and, like...
It's
It's-
not.
it's actually
Sure,
not-
go ahead and make a strength check.
It's not really that cheap.
Oh my god, if he does this, it's hilarious.
It's 17?
17.
It took a 22 just to pick up.
Yeah,
With one hand.
as far as its weight goes, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d20 and a d10.
This
So
is
you
gonna
gotta-
be hilarious
No,
if
it's
it works.
not.
He has above average for
It
this
won't,
check.
It won't affect the shield's ability.
And
It
I
won't
only rolled a
affect the shield's
d20.
ability.
It will affect what it looks
Your
like.
morale.
It's just a small corner!
It's like, there, it's
My
no longer a
life-
character shape.
My life is shield.
Okay. It actually stands up pretty sturdy. You can't bend it.
Well, I
it's-
mean, I just kind of, like, grab the edge and, like, kind of, like, try to twist it, but not really, like...
yeah, you
full on.
try to twist it and see if you can't bend it, but it doesn't. It looks like it's well made for being made out of inferior metal.
Oh, yeah, and especially because of the fact that those shields are designed to be so bulky and so heavy that they can withstand any attack from whatever's getting thrown at them, especially getting rammed at. You know, because humans like to use rams against something that's bigger than them.
Sorry about my name if it insults you.
What?
His name is literally the rank of a royal guardsman.
You're fine, son. It's been a long time.
Patrine gave it to me.
At this point, Patrine is the name of the prince. Your king's son. You
Do
would
I
have
know
known
that
him. And he was lost at sea during a battle and presumed dead.
So he survived. Happy for the kid. Don't know what I'm gonna do now. Maybe I'll strike up a conversation with him one day.
Oh shit.
If he ever talks to me.
Oh shit. In character, 100%. Oh shit.
Just
hate
the
that.
rest
I
of
noticed
his
that.
the rest of his group over at the table.
Okay,
the
so my
robot.
Come on, do I notice that?
Okay, I do want to point out, since you last played, my character has completely changed.
Oh yeah.
I am now a tiny woman. Sometimes stronger than him. But I am wearing the same leather cloak and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing behind him and go, oh shit.
Do I notice that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
What?
probably the closest thing you're gonna find.
Why?
He perished.
I don't know how to... Okay, so in character, I would say it's a shame. The royal family was good to me. And I had a lot to owe to them. Do you know where he's buried?
At a game, you would know this.
Not really, because I didn't know... Because I knew where the king...
So-
where
The
prince was.
bodies of a Dragonborn, no one really knows this other than Dragonborn. And a certain few, when they die, they turn to dust.
So
yeah.
so this would be a way.
Well,
this would be a way.
a memorial, though.
So this would be a way that your character would be testing to see whether he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Good point.
Anyway, go ahead and continue.
I know it's not spoken of, but he wasn't.
We can rebuild him.
It
Stronger.
Damn it.
Faster.
He was in the Darklands.
What?
He was in the Darklands.
Sorry, I need
weren't able to necessarily count souls.
Well, thanks for letting me know, kid. See you around. I turn around and start drinking again.
I come and sit next to you.
What is he drinking?
Are you one of those early morning ale persons? He is. I forgot to bring your mug. Oh, dag
Can
nabbit.
I don't know where my purse is, but where is it?
Yeah, if you got mine too. Mine's easy. Mine's got
What?
little paper sticking
My
out.
purse.
Oh, I'm sitting here looking for a real life person.
Where's
I'm like,
my
what the heck?
handbag?
I left that at home. It doesn't match my outfit.
Dag nabbit. Yeah, that's right.
I come up and sit next to you, and I just order a glass of vodka.
So the little chick, the little redheaded chick, is actually a very heavy early morning drinker.
Yeah, I'm just drinking my ale, going about my business. 'Cause I have no real quarry with these people, and I have no reason to have any quarry with these people. That's how my brain's thinking as a character. These are just travelers that introduced themselves to me randomly in the morning.
And I'm on your shoulder, right?
Yeah, you were sitting on my shoulder.
So, do you have any plans to bring back?
Speaking of which, this would actually be only important to you, Panzer. She looks like I did last night.
What?
Sorry, my mind just went way left field there for a second. I'm like,
My
what happened last
outside of
night?
my body, my spirit looks like a flame elemental.
Honestly, I did think about bringing all my people back at one point, but I'm getting over it on that lost dream a long time ago. Couldn't find everybody.
Starting a group.
We have a boat.
And I have a shield.
Okay, I was being serious.
I have my
Having a boat is a big deal.
I've found a few.
Not surprised, so have I. But I knew these men. And they said after they go, they don't want to get brought back, like they have before, time and time again.
What about the ones in slavery?
You would know that after the war, a lot of the Panzers and the rest of the nation were taken into slavery by the High Elves.
By high elves?
I growl.
You shush. I asked a question, boy.
I didn't think I needed to answer. Yes, by the high elves.
Well, we are in a slave town.
True.
If you claim to be as high of a dragon, what did you say? Dork?
Lizard folk.
You're a lizard folk, I know, but what did you say? He's a dragon nerd?
Dragon weed.
Okay, weave is not an actual thing here.
Yeah, but you are a dragon weed.
I'm making it canon. You're a dragon weed.
As the little one said, dragon weed. You should know that if any of my people were sold into slavery, they would not want to be brought back. So no matter what, their name and their soul would be sold back into slavery. No matter where they are, no matter what time it is, no matter where.
Well, you're a pessimist today.
We hear from the tiny flame sitting on his shoulder.
You knew how long I was searching for my people. You were there with me.
I know, you're just a pessimist.
What I'm
Are you
talking
saying that in character?
Yep.
I was thinking more.
I only found about 30 of them, and you know that. Out of the 3,000 in my village. Sorry, I caught her right mid-bite.
You're a great waiter.
I mean, you are at breakfast.
True.
Eating some coals.
You know, it couldn't hurt to try again. Keep looking.
Even if I did, a lot of their ashes are still too far spread. someone far too far buried down underneath the rubble, and I cannot mix. If I mix too much of two people or more, it could be disastrous.
And having a group would benefit?
It would only lessen the suffering.
I'm not very well versed in you people. That probably comes off way worse than it's meant to, but you don't know that I'm a robot.
What?
Oh,
what?
He looks like a human girl.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
No, she's not a thought.
very the opposite of a thought, actually.
Just every time something thought comes up, all of a sudden,
Very much.
barfing rainbows in the alleyway.
You can bring back your people from the dead.
Very old and very powerful.
What's that to do with the dragons?
Ritual.
I'm, you could say, well versed in the art of immortality.
I just live for fucking ever. And I'm looking for my day to die.
I mean, I can help if you really want.
What was that?
I'm
You're not allowed to
drunk.
fight.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
He didn't ask anything. He's being stupid.
By the way, the little campfire on your shoulder, how is it talking?
My wife?
I don't judge.
She's a fire nymph.
Oh, I thought they were like little tiny people with wings.
She can adjust her size, and those people are from the myth.
This is the first. Basically, every time I meet a race is the first time I meet that race.
Oh yeah?
I was born out of the same volcano that he, like, lived next to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as the volcano was mine back there.
Interesting. Okay. Do any of you guys have anything to say during all this?
Sorry if we're just keep going.
I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there.
Yeah, everybody's there.
He's technically out by
Everyone's
his
in my
book.
room.
Everyone's in my.
I'm
I'm
probably
pretty doing my thing.
I'm probably just sitting next to Sam, like listening.
Did that jar just talk?
Okay, that wasn't the jar.
I know.
That was a tiny
I'm
bubble.
joking.
No, there is a jar.
There is a jar.
There is a jar with a little slime in it.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like one of those slime mimic monsters that made itself look like a sexy woman that you see on Instagram and all that.
Yeah, I think you're referring to the.
Mimic.
I think you're referring to the
No,
Monster
slime.
Mesume slime.
Yeah.
But she usually takes the form of a cat instead.
That's lame.
It's not
She's a furry,
lame.
so-
Not
what do you
everybody's
expect?
horny all the time.
I mean,
Sorry.
Some of us aren't horny ever.
That's true. That is very true. And for those people, I love you all dearly. Do you?
Well, thank you. Yeah, and
I'm
Buddy.
glad Emma ran out of the room when you said that.
What?
What'd you say,
I
Hannah?
have a little girl, and I said I'm glad she ran out of the room when that was said.
Why? Oh, horny. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Hannah. I have said much worse stuff.
We've
on
all
that
said
around Emma.
so much worse.
I have 100% said 10 times worse. On stream.
Oh,
I
I'm
remember.
not, I'm
Even
not
arm
care if it's
wrestle?
on stream and stuff. It's just Emma's chilling in the room with me, and it's
Hold on, I'm gonna check
usually
my
I have
inventory.
headphones in or something.
Oh, you don't have headphones in. Okay, sorry. I misunderstood. Sorry about the baby. It is too hot in here.
What?
Right, so,
How about this? I have an idea. I reach down by my ribs and I pull out a scale. So I lose falling out. I say, bend this, and we will.
does it have to be him?
and magic trick.
Okay. Okay.
Let's do that. I'm stronger than you.
You can if you want. Either way, it's you got 2 rolls to see if you can be successful.
First, let's see if you
versus
can bend
1 roll. Strength check.
Do you want me to roll to see the strength
What's
of it?
your armor value?
17.
17.
It has to be a 17.
I'm gonna have to
16.
say you have to beat an 18 to bend it.
No, it's 16 is his armor value. 17 is what they have to get.
Oh, 17. So you have to make a 17.
You said that was
Is it
17.
weak against piercing?
Wait, because didn't you say it was strength and dex?
No, it's
Defense and
defense,
dexterity.
dex,
Defense.
plus 3.
Plus 3.
7.
It's
13
16,
plus 3 is 17. Or 16.
And
And you have to beat it. So 17.
What is it weak against?
It's resistance to slashing damage. It's like a metal scale.
Yes, if there's a resistance, there should be a negative, like all the other armors.
I mean,
Yeah, he's
blunt attacks work more against me.
but
than
it's a single
piercing.
scale.
Right.
So you
piercing.
can't hit it,
Piercing would typically hurt him more.
Okay,
but you have to bend it.
What,
You can't
blunt
stab it.
damage hurt me more?
that's the beginning.
I know, piercing
You
probably
pierce
would.
it, and it's easier to bend.
I'm gonna say no. He's asking you to bend it, so this is like a bare hands bending. I'm gonna say that piercing damage is not gonna help you bend it.
Okay. How big is the?
It's a gnarly scale.
It's tiny. I got like 2 claws on it. What the heck are you trying to cut me through here? Come on now.
Okay.
These are freaking claws. What's wrong with you?
Roll your strength check.
Please succeed. Nope. Okay.
So the lizard man is sitting here.
So let's both roll stealth.
Precision.
17.
17 for stealth.
17 for stealth.
What's your observance?
I rolled a 19.
19.
No, you roll a 16.
No, you roll a d16.
Oh.
The
This one?
dice I gave you. Yep.
1.
I don't see shit.
Yes!
You don't see crap.
Okay, and I
I
got
rolled a
a
1.
19 on my strength.
I was in the middle of a
So-
drink.
So he's drinking, and then you quickly go, here, and then go, and hand it back.
So he's sitting here straining for a moment, and he stops, and you just look away, and all of a sudden here you go, hands it to you, and that thing is not only bent in half, but folded back on itself.
Took you longer than the last guy.
Who was the last guy?
Me.
I don't see a guy.
I was before.
Oh,
Last time we met, it was a guy.
Some other adventure had 3 of his friends help him just to bend that one smaller scale.
Just imagine, like, quickly the giant hands it to the tiny woman. She goes, hands it back.
Sure, why not? I hop on the other side of the bar. Oh, sorry, let me just do this for a minute.
You're suddenly in a suit and tie, and you start mixing drinks.
Are you drinking one
My
of your
last character-
potions? Okay, which one are you drinking?
Strength.
Oh,
Alright, so
okay.
you go ahead and roll a d4.
No, a D10.
Oh, a d10? Oh,
Have it
dang.
written
Roll,
down.
add a d10 to your strength stat.
Do I see that? Do I care enough? Do I care
I-
enough?
Probably not.
I would say you've been drinking all morning.
I don't give a
You
fuck.
probably, you probably don't.
Yeah, it's... He drinks a drink, you know.
He
In the gnarliest way.
So you add a d10 to your strength stat for the next hour.
You took the
Strength
quickest
breath?
of steroids.
Warming up your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which?
It's gonna be hot as heck for him.
Yeah.
That's 10.
Can he hold
You
my
have
hand?
16 strength.
You have 16 strength plus
You
your
visibly buff up.
dice value. So you can feel your veins bulging for a minute. You can feel your heart just pumping through your body.
That was stolen.
That could have been an 18 or 16.
So you do your arm wrestling, right?
Yeah. What am I rolling?
Can I just hold his hand real quick?
Sure. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I'm resistant to heat. Sorry.
Damn it.
I'm in
No, you're not.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Desert.
Desert. I'm
Okay,
resistant
there's a
to
difference
heat.
between heat from the environment
Oh,
and
okay.
fire damage. This is
Okay.
fire damage.
Cool. I'm just gonna hold his hand for like 30 seconds.
I'll go ahead and roll a vitality check.
I will need you to do that,
Do I
and
need
if you
to roll something
if
to
you-
hold his hand, or
roll,
Once again, if only I could take your place, because I am resistant
I am
to fire.
impervious.
do you want like to maybe to see how
Wait, what just
hot I can
happened?
get?
okay.
So-
We're arm wrestling.
So as they go to arm wrestle, Panzer sits over here off to the side and drops
No, I throw
a.
it and catch it in my mouth.
You're gonna eat the vial too?
Yes.
Those vials are expensive.
I like how I was like,
You're right. I'm like, you catch it
Yeah,
right
come
before it
now.
hits, and he's like,
by the way, I'm basically his mom.
Yeah.
All right. So while you're dropping back a potion of strength, he's over here just holding on to his girlfriend's hand, and
Wife.
when you clasp hands,
Wait,
Wife.
you roll this.
wife, sorry,
Not this.
I need you to roll a knowledge check, please.
It added to your strength, but it didn't give you proficiency.
I think it did.
Okay.
With your
what is
D16.
Proficiency
What?
to my strength?
No,
No.
A D
okay,
what?
My bad.
a D16 plus your knowledge stat.
Nice. That's a 30.
12 plus your knowledge.
That's
of
like the
6,
that's the
so that
epic
is
success thing.
18.
18. Okay. I need you to roll a vitality check of 18 or higher.
Okay. I still have luck points. New day.
Don't need them.
Don't need it.
26.
27.
All right. So everybody
What's your
sees
vitality?
as
Plus
11.
11.
Oh shit.
yeah, he has a pretty strong
And
vitality.
he got a 30.
Actually,
in strength check.
I'm sorry. I just did that wrong.
What?
You need a resilience check against
Resilience.
elemental damage.
Okay.
So add that value to a resilience, not your vitality. I'm sorry. 19? You still make it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just very, very hot.
Okay, so as you're sitting here, everyone sees as they clasp hands to start arm wrestling, and there's visible skin crackling and steam, but it's only your outer scales. As the two of you both roll a strength check.
320?
Thir-
Can you?
Why is yours a 30?
Because he drank that potion.
what's your proficient stat? And your proficiency, there should be a stat listed.
Dude, this is old.
Down there should be a proficient stat at the bottom listed.
It just says proficiencies and then racial traits. There's
Okay,
no
so at the
stats.
base of the proficiencies, what's that stat?
Can you scoot it?
You
so
don't
I
need
can
it.
look?
Let's see.
At the base of the proficiency list, there should be a stat listed.
I think it was
It's actually a word.
100%.
It says Earth Defender, Earth Terrain Master, Earth.
Melee, precision, hand axe.
Here, let me see it.
This might have been before we decided.
it just-
Yeah, it might be before.
It switched off. Where is it? I know what I'm looking for.
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for.
Just open it
Go
back
back.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why?
Yoink.
Okay, so you have proficiency in precision.
Okay.
Why precision? Why am I...
You hit easier.
Precise.
You're more precise with your strikes. It's easier to hit enemies.
Where'd you see that?
It's at the bottom of your proficiency list. Hand
Me-
axe
oh,
and
melee
melee
precision.
precision. Which is just precision now, but that's
It
something
doesn't
to worry about later.
It's precision.
So what was your strength check? It was a D16 plus your strength
He hasn't
value.
rolled it yet.
No, I haven't rolled it. That's a 16 plus 6, so that's
22.
22. You sit here and you strain and strain, and even though you've got the burning hand and it's sizzling and everything, just slowly this 9-foot tall lizard man just slowly crushes your arm to the counter.
Oh my.
You gotta remember, you're level
You
1,
would've-
he's like
you
level
would've
3.
You would have tied.
Oh, because it's a 16.
Did you? If you had not taken the strength potion, you would have tied. Yeah. I will say this: he
I'm
looks
just
visibly
gonna
more
start-
buff than he did about 30 seconds ago.
I'm just gonna start backing up a little bit.
what?
I'm glad this potion
Did
came in
mine
handy.
burn?
No, it's not actually burnt.
I didn't know if
The
you
outer
used that
scales are just sizzled and they'll flake off, but you're fine.
I raise my hand back off, I shake it, I go, good job.
Thank you.
And then I take another
You
drink,
stick your hand inside Buddy,
and I
steam
walk
him, and
out.
then you go, nah, that's better.
Which would hurt Buddy. He's weak
I'm
to
not
fire
doing
damage. sorry,
And
what?
you what?
I take the last of my drink. I tell him good job, and I walk out the door.
Okay.
I follow.
You're on my shoulder.
I follow.
No, I wasn't.
Sorry, I
pick
pick
up
her
my
back up and put her on my shoulder.
I pick up my shield,
I guess we're following.
and it's just a clapping noise
Actually,
on
no,
the
me and Dom
ground.
have a place to be, so.
All right. So, question. Someone sent me a picture.
What's up?
Oh, it's Chewbacca made out of spaghetti noodles. My dad sent me a picture of Chewbacca made out of spaghetti noodles. So, wait a minute. Carl texted me.
My dad
Nope,
teaches
that
you
was the old
walking
text.
those
Okay.
ways.
Clear. There. Okay.
I think I want to go to a library.
That's
Okay.
kind of the big thing here.
So,
The library?
Yeah, the library's the big thing in the city.
okay. So, how much of the party is going to follow Sam and Vidoma to the circus, and how
Only
much of the
the
party is going to the
ladies.
library?
Can go.
All right. So, who's carrying Buddy, or is Buddy just suitcased, or is Buddy just traveling along with you?
Buddy, do you want to go with me and Vidoma, or do you want to go with Panzer?
Ladies and I.
Hannah?
I'll have it on.
Say it again, Hannah.
Vadoma.
Okay.
Okay. So, Buddy, Vidoma, and Sam, I'm presuming in your nice clothes for the day,
Yeah.
are all headed to the circus. Since you guys got a large
It'd be kind
portion
of
of
weird
time.
if the innocent person showed up in full battle gear.
So,
That's the cheese.
so for the sake of, since you guys got a decent amount of time, I'm going to go over to them at the circus for now. And we'll get back to you as you guys are walking into the Library of Liced.
Us?
Yes, we'll get back to you later.
Okay.
So Vidoma, Sam, and Buddy.
Oh, when an ally falls, that's when I have to make it.
Oh, when an ally falls, yeah. So Vidoma, Sam, and
Oh, if you're leaving,
Buddy.
Can I have another Dr. Pepper?
Me too, please.
make that 3,
Can I have a water?
please. You just need to bring back a platter.
He
with-
enjoys it, don't worry.
So the 3 of you make your way across town to the main entrance of the circus. There is a line, and there's also an empty area that's labeled for nobility and important persons.
I take a look around for, what was her name?
You're looking for Venice.
Venice. I take a look around for Venice.
You do not see her, unfortunately. Being that she's the owner's wife, chances are good she's already inside.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I walk up to the toll booth thingy.
Okay.
And I say, we are Sam and Vidoma here for the party with, was it Venice?
Venice.
Venice.
He's like, pulls up a booklet. You're on the list.
How much was that vodka this morning, by the way?
The vodka would have been 6 copper. And I need to have a better coin access file. No, the value of the coins went up last session.
What?
The value of the coins went up last session.
Pepperoni and mushroom.
Oh.
It was a
why?
6. It was a because I finally set on a value of them, and it made sense to compare to real life. It was an equivalent. He bought a $6 bottle of vodka.
Having
Right.
a person only earn 2 copper a day is not you're not able to really break that up across your
Expenses.
expenses.
All right. So one of the guards escorts you. You move through very nice interior stone archways. There's a lot of people moving in and out. Most of them look to be middle class. Some slaves dressed up as waiters, bringing drinks and food to various places. You're escorted past most of the common folk of the
What? Sorry to interrupt. So if they change the value, does our amount change, or do we get to still keep the amount we had?
No, you keep the amount you have. You're just filthy rich for a while.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I think I fucked that up.
depending on how much money you had.
Oh, you changed the conversion rate. Okay, I got it now.
I didn't change the. Yeah, the value of the copper is $1.
No, I'm saying it takes more copper to make a silver.
No,
Hey,
it's the same conversion rate.
Then we're poor.
Hey, Joe.
If you need more money to spend money, and we have a little bit of money, we're poor.
Yes, but a lot of you actually have masses of gold and platinum.
He's
So.
basically saying our money will go now a longer way than it used to. We don't need to spend as much to get more.
The value of a copper piece was closer to a dime before. Now it's $1. So your money has increased exponentially in size from what you had before.
All right, sorry. Moving on.
So since the prices are all different, how much is my airship?
I still have yet to get back onto that.
More than we have.
I'm actually going to research the cost of the Hindenburg before I answer that to you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, please don't make this the Hindenburg.
No. This is just a reference research project for me. I'm not planning to do anything with that this chapter though. So.
It's such a waste of money.
Meantime, yeah, just burn it down one last session. Right? No. Meantime, you're escorted through various halls, up various sets of stairs, to a room. It's a balcony seat overlooking the circus, and there are 2 guards outside the door, and upon seeing him, they're like, "Oh, of course," and they open up the door, and the 2 of you plus Buddy are allowed in. Inside, it's like imagine the scene with a bunch of Grecian ladies and all the white, just draped out, eating grapes,
Ooh,
chatting, having fun.
Pumping.
What was that, Hannah?
I need to use this.
I said,
these
Buddy
headphones
just
suck.
staring at him like with big heart eyes, heart pumping like, oh.
Okay, I'm guessing I missed something great. All right, what'd you say? What'd you say? I missed it.
You know how the cartoons do the big eyes, jaw dropping, drooling with the heart going.
Oh, okay. You're in love with this room.
I was making a joke there, and Buddy's just like to all the pretty ladies.
Okay. But anyway,
Oh, okay. No, it's the ladies. Okay, I thought it was the food.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe they're both.
Oh dear me. But you overlook, as you find your place, there's various places where you can sit, a lot of food, a lot of servants, bringing pretty much anything the ladies ask for. Venice is sitting there with a couple others, and they're commentating on,
Does it look like they're paying for what they're getting?
No. And, there's conversation going on, kind of anticipation of, stuff going on.
That's funny.
As far as in the city,
You got the rest.
just small talk, really. But Venice, upon seeing you two approach, she's like, "Oh, hello! It's nice you can make it. So, is there anything we could get you? Maybe some food, something to drink. The show's going to start shortly. I'm excited."
I would like your strongest liquor here.
And one of the servants.
I love it.
I knew it! I told you he's gonna come back with a platter.
Turn the camera
Turn it on.
so that they can see what.
What seems to be the problem?
Okay, I just messed up one of the cameras turning it. Okay, there we go. Alright, thank you.
Nope.
Needed. Nope. Okay, fine.
One of them isn't cold.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I can stand ice in my soda.
You better.
I usually avoid it at restaurants because they sell you way less soda. All right, so Some very strong vodka is brought to you, and as usual, you down it at your own leisure without any circumstances. Buddy, there's plenty of meats, cheeses, fruits, breads, the etc. There is a smorgasbord.
The smorgasbord. Where's your brother?
And
I do introduce Buddy. This is our pet slime.
That's adorable.
Yes, he is.
And a little terrifying.
Don't touch him. He's hungry.
What does he eat?
Everything.
Well, she just motions to one of the servants, and the servant just puts an entire platter of food on the floor next to Buddy.
The servant. I'm kidding. I'm
I told you everything.
Eats the.
Spits out a bone. I said, eat all of your food or no dessert.
All right. Okay.
That was out of game.
Out of game. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, was it?
I mean, if you want to eat the servant, sure.
Please don't eat the servant.
Wouldn't the servant be a slave?
The servant.
I think that servants usually get paid with like.
No, everybody here
These
is a
for the most
slave.
part, these are slaves.
This is a slave.
Oh,
system.
so not servants.
Yeah, he did that to us with one of the people we killed because we thought he was just a bad person, but he was a slave.
The Baron Thorndyke employs a lot of slaves.
Yeah. So anybody in this city assumes slave unless they're dressed really rich.
You can usually tell them by their clothes.
Yes. But
Dressed
you don't
really
tell
rich.
us.
You never asked.
You're an ass.
So anyway, just back to make sure, does Buddy want to eat the slave, or is Buddy going to eat the food on the platter?
They eat the food on the platter because he's enjoying the fact that there's someone bringing him food. He's like,
Okay.
He's now smart enough to understand if I eat the source of the food stops.
Alright. So, Venice looks down and she's like, that is adorable. Anyway, the show's going to start in a few minutes if you want to watch. And she ends up taking a seat next to, besides the shaded eating area, there are more seats and steps.
I'm basically imagining the rich box at a baseball game.
Pretty much, yeah. It's got curtains or overhanging tapestries to keep the sun off really hard, and there's elevated seats so that people can see down into the stadium.
I look over at Vidama. Did you want anything?
I'm just gonna shake my head and then go and sit next to Venice, and I look completely comfortable in this environment. Like, this is where I was born to be. And I kind of comment to her, I heard that there are werewolves fighting. Is that going to be today?
Actually, I did hear that they were gonna come out today, so yes, I'm excited. She hasn't lost a fight yet. Though one came close a couple days ago.
You know, I've always wanted a werewolf.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Vidama?
How many times has she fought?
15 times in the last 3 months.
holy shit.
That's a good record. I might have to place a few bets.
Though, I wonder how long she'll last. I don't know if you are familiar with the traditions of the arena, but if a slave reaches 100 victories, they're let free.
Really? Gladiator.
I never watched that, so I didn't.
Very, 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 very much based on the Roman Colosseum.
I turned. You know, I've always wanted a werewolf.
Do you want me to buy you a werewolf, dear?
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
We'll go shopping later.
Yes, very much.
What?
I'm okay.
Roll a
basically,
charisma check for both of you combined, please.
This is my specialty.
Who's rolling?
Me.
Both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
No. Basically,
Yeah, we can hear you,
around this
Carl.
lady, I'm pretending to be a high society, rich, naive girl. All right. That is a 26 for me.
My roller's
Shouldn't
not
we
working.
leveled-
Hold on.
Shouldn't we both have leveled up since last time we saw this group?
Well, then you were doing things against what you normally are good at. Like, if I were rolling for stealth,
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
right.
bad at it.
I'm really good at defense, not
Yeah,
strength.
I'm really good at charisma.
I like to defend the one that
14,
makes things
26,
go.
that falls to an average of 19. Just gonna bring up her stats here.
Please don't be like a plus 20 to charisma.
Well, she is considered technically a boss character. But I've actually been getting work done on the monster manual, which is great.
Oh, so you've made all this.
Oh yeah, I've actually started getting work done.
That's
That's
younger
good.
than I was imagining.
Charisma 6. Okay.
Oh, go back down. I didn't see it. Ah.
No, I'm not gonna spoil everything for you guys. I can't give you all the details on the characters.
Charisma.
Why not you?
Charisma on her 6. That's a 9. Okay. She's sitting there next to you and she's like, well, I don't know how much money you have, but my husband might be able to work something out if you want her. Though she is quite valuable. She just gives you a wink.
I would only buy the best and kind of pat Sam's knee a little bit.
Smile.
Smile away, boys. Smile and wave.
Okay. Seeing those stupid penguins.
That is basically what I'm doing. I'm letting Padoma run this.
Okay.
Because I am not good at the whole high society thing. I like to hit things.
I like to get hit.
Once again, I
Hannah?
cannot judge.
If you could roll an observance check for me, please.
I'm still wondering why you had me roll knowledge.
Because it's to remember all the details from before, plus dexterity to roll them down.
Write them out.
To write them down. It's a combination of knowledge and dexterity to see how well you're able to reproduce your information.
That is what he's always made us do when we write things down.
Okay.
Alright, let me get on the 20 real quick.
That feels good. I don't know why.
Actually, I'm on my computer. I'm not on my computer, so you might have to roll
So
for me.
basically,
I'll
last
pull it up quick.
session, we went to the spa, and we met her, and we gave her a fortune saying that she should leave her husband.
What?
And that she should take care of herself more. And she said, you know what? You're right. Let's all have a ladies' day.
And that's
And that's today.
okay.
Where is...
Sounds like a fun
it's
time.
under characters, that's why.
We're also in a coliseum.
Oh,
where
did you
slaves are
were you
fighting
able to
to
get...
death, so not exactly
20.
fun.
Okay. So, alright.
Ooh.
I rolled strength. That's not.
Oh, that's strength? I needed observance.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the
no,
same.
I accidentally clicked it by accident.
Okay.
I mean, still use the 15. Just
Yeah,
add
just go
strength.
ahead and use the 15 and tell me what your observance stat is.
I think it's a +5 or a +6.
Alright, observance is +4.
Oh.
Okay, so
19.
19. It's still good. Buddy ends up looking over the railing while everyone is sitting here waiting for the first, fight to begin. And the first fight goes uneventful. It's, a bunch of gladiators all fighting to the death in a free-for-all. It's interesting to watch. There's a lot of cheering from the crowds as you watch this blood sport. And
I
there,
just rolled for self-control.
yeah, there's a lot of ladies sitting here, and it's like watching football or soccer. That's the kind of pastime it is for these people. And you sit there for about 45 minutes. You get, your drinks kept coming as much as you want them. Your food
45
is
minutes
available.
for a fight?
Oh no, there's multiple fights.
Oh.
That's how long we sit.
I was like, that one fight, 45 minutes? That's sluggish.
I mean, it's a fight to the death. You want to fight hard.
Yeah.
But about the third or fourth match in, the crowd gets really quiet as the announcer announces a monster from afar and keeps pumping up, and they release the slime. They release the werewolf and her slime kitten.
That was a bad idea. Ow. 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 That's the knee I fell on
That's your poor
yesterday.
knee. Dang dammit.
Where'd John go?
I don't know.
He's not playing, and often when he does that, he just goes in there and hangs out with his girl.
Yeah, we really do need to put double-sided tape on his chair.
I'll go get him.
Nah, it's all good. He's having fun.
Anyway.
I catch him up when he gets back.
If you want to roleplay the fight, you can, Roxy. Otherwise, I can just tell the fight from Buddy's point of view.
That's fine.
Okay. Buddy does notice Roxy is led out into the arena next to her werewolf companion in human form. Does Buddy react in any way?
He starts to whimper.
I go up and I grab Buddy and put him in my lap.
Buddy's pointing to the arena.
I know. We'll get her. Buddy likes werewolves too. I say to Benito.
Well, I was thinking perhaps maybe he was a fan of the other slime in the arena too.
He doesn't really care about his own kind.
Roll a deception check.
That'd be charisma, right?
Yeah, it's a charisma check.
Am I still working on that skill or is it made? I'm still working on it. Okay. So I'm spending a point.
Buddy goes
25.
slime.
Hush, Buddy. Hush. Hush, Buddy.
Natural 1 on Venice's point, so
Okay.
you're fine. But the fight is brutal.
What's that word?
Wild animals are released, other gladiators, and it's actually fight after fight in a row. Different stages, and by the time 10 minutes have passed, Sarlheima is victorious but looks bloody, bruised. Roxy is panting heavily.
I am going to do something that I have not done yet in this game. And use one of my racial abilities.
Sure, okay.
Damage sensors.
Okay,
I want to see how damaged they are.
sure.
And is this
It's an
a
observance
skill
check.
I'm making,
Yeah,
or
it
is
would be a skill.
just health check? I'll call it.
Okay.
And that is a 21.
21. Okay. Let's see.
Good?
20. You're good.
Oh no, barely.
Yeah, it was a high check because you're from a distance.
Oh, okay.
But Sarlheima looks like she's about at the edge. You get the idea after watching the fight that they could have done more, but they don't want to risk killing her because she's too valuable.
I look down. You know, I've watched a lot of fights like this. They're not gonna last much longer.
Well, she is quite sturdy. I have always enjoyed watching her quite much. It's wonderful, actually. She's very strong. Like I said, if you have enough money, my husband might be willing to part with her.
How much are we talking?
You know,
Oh, sorry. I'll let you go.
money is not really the issue. The amount is not the issue. My concern is whether or not I'm getting a good product. I never put coin down on something I haven't been able to observe myself. And as you can tell with my blindness, my observation is a little more
I do want to say
close
this,
contact.
just to kind of get rid of suspicion on weird things. We left Alexander in the inn room with Oliver. Sorry, back to what you were saying.
Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Carl, Oliver just has a giant teddy bear sitting there staring at him in his room as he works.
Wait.
Does Teddy know teddy bear's a real thing?
Why is there a giant teddy bear in my room?
Alexander, the panda
the
bear.
robotic panda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I built a robot panda. He's
Yeah,
basically a seeing eye dog.
One of many for Ashley, or for Vadona. As you're sitting here having this conversation, she doesn't respond. Actually, she's just watching the contestants, stumble back off of the field, and you hear a voice from behind you. Well, I guess it really depends on what you think she's worth. And Baron Thorndyke has stepped into the room behind you all during the fight.
Oh.
I don't call him Baron Thorndyke. Through this whole conversation, I just rolled self-control again. Not calling him Baron Thorndyke.
What?
Okay, so...
His name is Thorndyke.
Thorndyke.
And when I first walked into the city, I wanted to talk to him, and the guard wouldn't let me. So I just said, "You're really not going to let me talk to Thorndyke? I just want to talk to Thorndyke."
God damn. Oh, shit, man.
I love it when I come up with names that everyone can just make fun of. Anyway.
That's why I called him Baron Farquaad earlier.
But he does. His wife gets out of her chair. They kiss. You can tell they're rather close. But at the same time, so you have come all the way from Shirkar in hopes of purchasing my werewolf after all.
Yes.
Fascinating. Well, if you need to see the merchandise up close, I'm sure we could work something out.
I'd appreciate it.
Right this way. And he turns around. He is accompanied by...
Pull up the picture of Farquaad so that he can see him.
Okay,
Lord Farquaad!
Lord, don't forget the Lord.
Lord is deserved only for those who earn it.
There he is. Oh, God!
Yeah, that's...
Lord Farquaad, this man knows no fear.
He's also a gnome, so he's like
Oh, God.
2.5 foot tall.
Oh, God.
Cheese.
Hey, John.
Yeah, that's...
Is it cool if I go use the head
I'm sorry, what?
bathroom?
Yeah.
Just go...
I'm not a sailor, and I still understood what you meant.
Yeah, I thought he was asking for something completely different.
John just got back out here. I
Jeepers
want to go
creepers.
make him go back inside.
All right. So,
How about apple juice?
okay. So,
Sorry.
the Baron takes a moment, speaks to a number of the other ladies there.
There's no window. We can hear...
Carl or Thane!
It is very loud.
Throw a pop can in the bathroom. All right. Oh, you got stuffed crust on the cheese?
What'd you say? Vadoma?
Can I have your slice?
Can I throw it? Please don't. Can I throw it? No. There's napkin. All right. Love stuffed crust. All right. Anyway, moving on. He speaks to a number of the other ladies. He seems to be on a first name basis with a lot of them. You get the idea that a lot of these ladies are accompanying Venice all the time. He has very, very well armored guards, and he has an entire squad with him. But he does escort you. He does. He leaves Venice with her ladies, and does offer his arm to Vadoma since they're both the same height.
I'd take it.
Okay.
Ah.
I grabbed the other arm kind
They're
of
jar
roughly,
level.
just like now.
So the three of you are walking downstairs through various rooms, through hallways, past rooms full of slaves, or a number of guards, making sure Salheima and Roxy behave themselves as doctors bandage them up or provide them with food and drink to recover after the fight. The guards open up
I
the
am
doors.
still holding button.
Okay. The guards open up the doors and all the guards that were outside of the doors also follow the royal guard or the bodyguards in. You get the idea that with full plate armor and the way that these people walk, they are well trained. Just giving you that warning, so if you decide to break something out and be stupid, you know you're gonna die.
Greg!
I
I would just let you know, Greg is the name of my sword.
Okay.
Great! Why have you forsaken me?
I'm still in your sheath. Sarahima has a number of scratches, cuts on arms, leg, nice gash to the ribs. She's currently being wrapped in bandages, given what treatment she can be given, some stitches being sewed.
John!
Remain seated.
When we get close enough, I'd let go of his arm and go over to her to like check the doctor's
Sit
work.
thine ass down!
I
Okay.
kneel down with both spear. Next to Madonna.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an observance check or a medical check, whatever you have for your skills.
Okay. Let me find it. My medicine ones are all based on knowledge. You need to roll a knowledge check.
Yeah. If you are going to observe them, yes.
A
Okay.
9.
The work of the other medical folk there seems to be adequate. The stitches may be a little different from what your nimble fingers could produce, but other than that, it seems to be adequate.
Now that I'm closer up, can I do another health check? Or would it be?
It would be the same as.
Oh,
before.
okay. Just asking.
I'm not gonna give you her HP and her current stats and debuffs and stuff like
Well, I
that.
was just going more about, are they actually like, are they just gonna die of infection or kind of thing?
No, you don't get the idea that she's currently in a bad spot. They're taking good care of their
Yeah,
investment.
I wasn't looking for HP. I was just.
Yeah.
But Hannah, just so that you know, from Roxy's point of view, Vadoma and Sam, carrying Buddy like a suitcase, just came into
No,
your
like a
cell
puppy.
area. Okay, like a puppy. Honestly, that metal spine suitcase thing is really convenient.
Yeah, but it was kind of going for the pet theme, and that would be kind of cruel.
After I check, I just lost her name. I'm gonna go and check Roxy, because I'm concerned from knowing Roxy that they're not gonna know how to patch her up right.
Okay.
So I'm checking for like even long-term damage from the time that the other fights that she's been in.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your check again.
Uh-oh.
As far
the low roll?
your low rolls don't like you tonight for some reason. As far as you can tell, they seem to be fine. Roxy, from Hannah's point of view, how is Roxy doing after being through 15 gnarly fights that have brought them to the brink of death?
I was rolling my strength. Ignore my roll. It will say strength check, but I'm only doing it to roll the d16 and then adding the stats. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I kind of rolled a 7 to really see if I cared or not.
Okay.
I kind of don't respond to them coming in because I've kind of gotten used to the role of being quote unquote like a slave
Okay.
to basically protect her.
But Buddy, or as far as Roxy is concerned, you guys get the idea that there's a blank mental absence from Roxy, as opposed to her very cute, adorable, loving atmosphere. She is just almost in a state of shock now on a regular basis.
Well, it's a good thing that we're leaving
Yeah.
and spending 3 months on a boat, because like we got 2 people that are okay at therapy.
Right.
I said 2. You're not one of them.
Yeah, he said good. You didn't add me because I'm great.
So, don't make me get out my erasers, John.
Oh, come on! That was good.
All right, I have a box of like 36 erasers
Then I
for checking
repeatedly
at
tell
people
him to
with
quit.
it. It's
See it
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, it's for checking at people when they irritate me.
Yeah, it's
Why
not
erase
okay.
this?
part of the
Because it's like, you know, teachers back in, you know, my childhood that, you know, if you would misbehave, they would chuck an eraser at you.
Your homeschooled
Usually I
childhood.
had paper balls.
Well,
Teachers would do
my
that.
teachers would use erasers.
I used the ruler once. That was fun.
Yeah, it's just, you know, yank.
Metal
just-
ruler, fucking hit the kid.
My teachers are
Stop
teachers
drawing
who are
cartoons while you're supposed to be doing your schoolwork. Yank! Alright,
Public school.
anyway.
So did
So,
Yeah, they didn't throw erasers in public school.
Oh no, mine threw
Um,
a ruler.
Yeah.
the Baron does look at you after taking some time to evaluate your purchase. And
Mhm.
he, in his smug, smiling sort of way, he says, "So, what do you think of the merchandise?"
These two.
Buddy's
They're
like, "Nope."
damaged.
Did you hear me? Buddy's like, nope.
Oh, poor buddy. I just kind of, you know, very casually. They've been damaged.
This is
I
typical.
might-
She has seen quite a bit of use, and we have made some money on her, so it's not as if you're going to be paying the value that you had to contend with in Tricar.
I might part with 100 platinum.
He sits there and thinks for a minute. I was wondering if maybe we might be able to work out a different sort of arrangement.
What sort of arrangement?
Your Asperger hand.
Yeah, don't do that in front of Sam. You're gonna be headless.
My sources have delivered to me information that you and your friends number more than what I've seen. And I don't blame you for this. But I do understand that there is quite some combat prowess amongst you.
And
I was thinking more of a show. Adventurers from a neighboring country that our people are at some mental odds against, coming to contend in our arena with our most dangerous creatures. The tickets that I could sell for that would more than compensate me for the issues I have had keeping this specimen alive. And thankfully, because my contracts are Zekethian, I am allowed to sell.
I love how they just don't include Roxy with this, even though Roxy's kind of now sort of quote unquote with the package.
Honestly, Roxy could have left at any time, and they can't stop her.
Yeah, they got that figured out really fast
So,
because
like,
she just
we don't
can't
need
be
to
held.
worry about getting Roxy out of here. Roxy's only here because she's not leaving Salheim.
I know, but he could easily, you know, get that money if he wanted to by including Roxy in the package, so to speak, if he was
Well,
the seller.
Technically
that's
speaking,
why-
he doesn't have a
Because
deed to her, so because he does stay within his legal rights, he's not offering that.
That's also why I've been making a point of not caring about the slime. And making
He
sure Buddy
probably
doesn't
also-
react. Is that the
he
slime
probably
isn't
also.
important. Sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was done. I was just saying that it's not important that we get the slime.
Oh, he probably also knows better than to try and swindle a goblin. Being a
Yeah.
gnome and all.
So moving on, he due to the fact that my contracts with the slave market in Tricar are Zekethian, I am not bound by the law that requires that I cannot sell a murderer. Therefore, according to Zekethian law, I have all rights to
Dang,
sell
I
this
tip already.
murderer or set up
Won't be
another
hearing that.
exchange contract, and she would officially be yours.
And I'm offering 100 platinum.
He go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
That's a lot of money.
Persuasion is what?
Paid for.
It's a 10 conversion rate, right?
10 to 10, yeah.
10 to 10 to 10, yes. So, platinum is worth $1,000, and you're basically you're offering $100,000.
Yeah. Is persuasion charisma based?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I help?
I would say sure, at the 6-to-1 ratio.
Okay. Oh, nice. It's 7, so plus 4.
The heck?
So an 18.
18. Okay.
Hey, you.
He stops to think for a moment. Well, far be it from me to deny a good transaction. You could purchase her today as is for 100 platinum pieces.
Then we will. Go get the deeds.
He looks over at one of the other servants taking care of and controlling the slaves, etc. And he nods to him, and he immediately turns and walks away.
I have a question real quick for Hannah. Is Roxy in cat form right now?
Usually she's in cat form when she's chilling with Takaima outside of the fights.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. As he does nod off, he motions to the medical technicians, and all of them pack up their stuff immediately as the deal has been struck, and all of them leave.
Fuck. That's like.
He said
Get the fuck
as
out.
is.
Yeah.
So,
That's
We
fine.
also have 2 healers in the party, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got an angry old guy. That young buck over here is following. How old is this character?
Sad. 8.
8?
Yeah, they grow up fast.
Lizard folk only live to about 30 to 70 years old.
So he's young. He's boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
The
Boy.
Do you
The-
have a mark over your eye?
No. No, I have a bad scar on my chest.
The servant does come back, holding the Shakar and Zeketh contracts. The price is written out. The documents finalized for the transfer of ownership. And then he looks at both of you and he says, "So, which one of you will be purchasing her?"
I will. Write the deed out to the Nivasi family. I trust you recognize them.
And knowledge check on him. He does.
I studied history. Can I do it?
Unfortunately, the goblin race is so recluse that I'm gonna say no.
Goblins are little assholes.
They
They have
as a
verbal
race,
history.
they are
I
slightly.
know.
Not as much as gnomes, though. He does sign out his portions of the deed. And Vadoma, you would know to produce certain papers that you have showing your identity and the legality of you to own or purchase slaves. Something everyone else had to register when they went to Shakar, but you did not.
Because I'm fancy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you're a rich bish.
You hand over the 100 platinum pieces, then I presume.
Yep.
Okay. How does that set your finances after that?
Oh, I'm still good.
Negative 99 platinum.
I don't see it on your online sheet.
No, I have a notebook. I still have over 200 platinum and a bunch of gold and silver and copper, so I'm good.
Got it. Yeah.
But we don't know this.
Nope.
Yeah, she's got about $250,000 on her.
Sugar
hand.
mama.
Yeah.
Sarlheima,
I mean, somebody's got to keep up with Buddy's eating habits.
And Panzer and Rocky.
And Sam's drinking habits.
all right, so
Now Panzer's following me for some fucking reason.
Because he's a dragon weeaboo.
Wee
the only reason this really worked out is because of the convergence in money changes. So I'm giving it to you guys. Yeah. But Sarlheima is put in chains before she's let out of the cage. You are given a key to them.
As soon as I get the key, I'm gonna unlock it, and then I'm gonna pull out my medicine bag and finish patching up her and Roxy both.
Okay. Roll.
But like doing it the right way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your checks
Do it the right way.
for each of them.
No. I said
I'll
the
just
right
be a scrub.
way.
Yeah.
So the first one is for if it'll roll. Oh, there it is. Is for Roxy, and the second one's for Sarlheima.
Okay. Roxy is fine.
Can't see it
Her HP is restored. Sarlheima is
Throwing that old.
gonna be under the weather for a few days because she has a different anatomy than Roxy does. But she is alright. She's not gonna die of infections or anything like that.
Okay. And then while we're leaving, I'll hold Roxy, little kitty.
Okay.
Cuddle.
And I'll do
Roxy
caboose.
kind of tries to
We'll just-
struggle to make sure she can stay close to Sarlheima.
What?
So, the cat's gonna try to stay with Sarlheima?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. I wouldn't fight her then. If she wants to stay with her, she can.
I'm gonna try and keep them between me and Vidoma. So like me behind and Vidoma in front, just to keep an eye on everything.
Okay. You're all let out of the main slave holding areas, and the Baron, of course, turns to you before ascending more stairs. You're on the first floor now. He says, "Well, you are invited to continue your lady's day off if you wish, but I kind of have a feeling that you don't want to."
I think we're happy with our purchase, aren't we, dear?
Yes. Very.
Very well. In that case, have a good afternoon. You can see them out. And the soldiers form around you, and they all escort you out of the building.
And internally, I am happy that I now know how to get to all the slaves. I have a plan that I hope works.
We don't do that.
Who's gonna see Carl?
That's Carl's.
I'm not gonna be here.
He gets here every few weeks, so
Yeah.
we'll
Do we
see.
just want to leave it here on the shelf? Okay.
Not inside. I'll put it inside.
Okay.
Are we quitting for the night?
Oh no, I don't think we're quitting for the night.
No, we're adjusting.
Oh,
okay, 8:30.
you're moving. Okay, I thought you were packing up. Sorry.
Yeah, guys. No, they're just swapping seats so John can get up and leave when he needs to.
Cause John.
Those are all steroids. Oh, except for 4 of them. 4 of them are the opposite of steroids.
Poison.
No, sedatives.
Oh, are they yours? Or...
Yeah.
Oh.
Those ones are
No,
John's.
those are John's. I just took mine.
All right. So, Sarlheima, after leaving the
Oh, this actually needs to go to John because he can't wear any other kind.
after leaving the
Alright, me and him will share. You two share. Unless you.
after leaving the circus, Sarl is
That's mine.
somewhat quiet as usual, but she looks down at Vidoma and almost eye to eye with Sam, and she stands there. She rubs some of her scars and wounds, and she's not like just standing. Well, she's holding some of the wounds, like the gash on her ribs and stuff that are still bandaged up.
Ow! I have a boo boo.
Lots of boobs.
That deserved an eraser. She's sitting there or standing there, and she's like, "Well, now what?"
Now we go to the room so you can rest.
All right then. And so the party returns to Oliver's room, where Oliver is still writing a book.
So that's
Everyone,
3.
he just piles in again.
No, that's 2 now. 2
Yeah,
now
Oliver,
residents
your hand's okay.
of the primordial mansion. Because we're
Going to
probably
the
Hey, have to do a roll to see if Oliver's hand feels okay. You have to write that damn much.
Okay. No, he rolled really high on his check earlier, so he's fine. So back to you folks as you enter the library.
For totally the first time ever.
So I have a hard time remembering your name. Bjorn?
DiGiorno.
Boy.
Just call him Bjorn.
Okay, Bjorn. So Bjorn, you walk into the library. What are you looking for in the library?
I walk to aisle 76A. You are, because you control the heat of your flames.
Oh, that is a good question.
Am I allowed in the library?
Library's pretty important to them.
This is the big one with the multiple wings,
No.
right?
Okay, I'm waiting outside.
I say,
Hold on, dude.
did you want to go with the ladies for the ladies' day? Because
Well,
you're separated.
it would have made sense for her to stay with her husband still. She doesn't
Well, no,
know
I'm
you
saying
well.
since they have to separate.
But for the sake of, we'll say that you're outside on a statue of a panther outside, and you're just dangling your feet
Just hanging out.
outside of the main door. And anyone else who goes into this library, they're like, yeah, we know why she's not inside.
I walk to aisle 37B.
Okay.
I go to the 167th book. I grab it. I walk out.
This is not a take with library. You're going to need a stealth check to take that out.
I have it in open view. And I'm walking.
The
to
guards
front.
will stop you.
I'm walking to the front.
Okay, this is not a take with library.
Okay, you can't check out books.
You go there to read them at the library. This is one of the reasons why it's allowed
He's
open to
saying
the
he's
public.
gonna beat shit up.
He wants to start a fight because he's bored.
Okay, so
No. No.
Oh, that's Carl.
Really? Carl starts fights now?
I don't think so.
No, he just enjoys fighting.
Okay, he does enjoy the combat.
I'll talk him into putting himself into a chair
Boy.
with persuasion.
I'm
With
just seeing
persuasion.
Kratos. Just
That's
a
the
boy.
plan.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll opposing charisma checks.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
D16, D20.
D16. He gets
I'm
it.
using a
You
D20.
get a D20. Yeah.
Man, fuck you.
Please don't.
Charisma?
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct. 12.
12.
It's good. Mine's good. 24.
24.
Yeah, you're fine.
He is able to convince you to not steal a book from the local royal library.
Okay. I walk over, I put the book on the table, and I walk out.
What is the book?
Was there any particular title of the book you were looking for?
Dragon Dust. It's a research book I played there.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you brought a book into the library.
Please don't make that face.
He's got to poop. Leave him alone.
Yeah, you look
No, I'm thinking hard because I'm.
Yeah, some people call it that.
I mean, where would you hide a book besides a very particular spot in a library?
Yeah, I'm seeing a John Wick scenario here.
Never seen it.
Neither have I, and I really want to.
Not in real life.
John Wick 2.
I've been meaning to watch them.
I
I've
own all
been
three
so
of them.
slacking.
You want to come over to my place and hang out tonight?
Not tonight, I got a driver in the morning.
Okay. Next time you come, like in a year from now, next time you come to town, we can watch all 3 John Wick movies back to back.
I don't know. There might be a 4th one by then.
That would be cool. Go ahead and roll a stealth check to leave a book there ahead of time.
Nope. I just threw a book down on the floor and walked out.
Oh, you used the wrong dice.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
He's 16.
Damn.
Nice. Stealth.
Ah.
It's near the bottom.
16.
16.
That's pretty good stealth for your size.
You're successful. So, for the sake of it being a book that you own, I will say, though Panzer convinces you not to steal a book,
I still walk out.
you could convince him that you are legally allowed to, because it's obviously not a book that belongs to the Royal Library.
It's not theirs.
You say
I roll intimidation.
You go to say it's not theirs, and you forget to say not, so you just say it's theirs.
Start walking.
And the funny thing is, the guards who
The same guy who stabbed your mom when she was naming you stabs you, and you go, "Ah."
So the guards didn't see you bring the book in, but they do recognize that the book that you're taking out does not fit the same quality of production that all the books in this library hold. And so they automatically allow you to pass with the book as you leave. And Panzer, you have no clue. It's just like,
but I was told.
what?
I go grab like 15 books.
You're like,
Which you can only read like half of.
Get them in there all in Gnomish. Alright, so...
Which I can read.
So
Yeah.
Wait,
after
okay. I have 8 languages, just also.
Okay.
I have 2.
I have 1.5.
half.
I'm working on
He's
English.
he's only partially skilled in reading common.
Actually, he's only got 3/4 of a language because he's halfway through learning to read and write in the common.
Alright, so you have a book, I'm presuming that's one of those hollowed out books.
It's a leather bound book with a second leather bound around it. That's I just take off, and it is a old history book.
Okay.
At this point, like, say she's on your left shoulder, my head is on the right shoulder, and just like hovering about like 3 inches from your shoulder.
I have a question. Since you're a lizard person, do you have a clue, like...
It's
I
not
have
little.
that too.
Like, well, does it happen? Like,
Yes.
like,
He does do that every once in a
okay.
while. He has done tricks.
That was like the
I
first
have
thing
done
that popped in my head
tricks.
was, like,
Remember the glass?
was, like,
Yeah, that's what
on
I'm
the
talking
side of
about.
things had like...
Yeah, there was an interesting scene because both of these two are referencing a very funny scene. He had been hitting on a particular girl in town. They were invited to a noble's dinner. She was at the dinner.
God.
This one pulls a smart one on me and gets her to give up her seat and switch seats with him, which he was sitting next to him. So they tricked me in real life into getting to let him sit next to this girl in game.
Who now is actually okay with it. Like,
And-
she was kind of iffy. Now she's okay with it because of the whole incident.
And they're sitting here, and the dessert that was served were these tiny little parfaits in little champagne glasses. And Panzer's sitting here with his claws trying to get stuff out of there, and finally he just gives up and and the girl sitting next to him is just like turns beet red, and she's like, nope.
Because of a 4-foot-long time.
Yeah. Anyone would.
So, moving on.
Anyway, after I proceed to take off a very like a crappy over
A dust cover.
not dust.
They're
Yeah,
called
dust
dust
covers.
covers.
Yeah, like
But
a dust
leather.
cover.
Like,
But leather. I unstrap it, I take it off, and I go, you want to know more about dragons? Here you go.
Dragon tales, dragon tales.
you're probably
Grab these and
Okay.
keep them close at hand.
Is it in common or draconic?
Oh fuck, it's in Draconic.
It's in Draconic.
Only Oliver in the group can read it.
And me.
I can
Yeah, but you're
look
gonna
at
read
it.
tomorrow. You can't.
You
read.
might want to add that to your inventory.
Yes.
You add a book titled
Pencil?
The Royal History of...
Here, this is an erasable
And
thing.
it's like 600
John.
pages long.
It holds the information and history of the actions of the royal
You
family
gotta hold
for
it
the
in angles
past
to right.
about 600 years.
Because if you write straight, it does this.
600 years before the
Or it does
fall
that little
of
empty space.
Phoenicia.
It's the kind you can erase. You push down on the clear thing. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
And now you.
Right.
So
I got that when I was
after
in college.
I grab that book, we're gonna start heading back through town, seeing a couple of different shops, possibly somebody that might have information about Dragon Dust.
Okay.
Snooping around, just
Do I know you're looking for a Dragonborn?
no.
You're
I know
just
what
following.
Dragonborn
You're
is.
just.
Oh yeah.
It's like if a Japanese person was okay with me following them around while they walked around.
I do
Pensacola.
appreciate that he admits he's a weeb.
Very much so. This is why I begged him for souvenirs from Japan.
As I'm waddling behind you,
Why are you waddling?
Because he's
just
seven.
kinda- he's just
Because
kinda-
he's excited. He's excited. That's why he's waddling.
yes, like my tail was just like,
Boy.
my fins like.
Yeah. Boy. I can hear your tail from over here. Please control it before you hurt a small child.
You hear from the distance, I'm trying to teach him!
And at the same time you hear.
Double tap. No, it's
As a small child gets plastered face first into the sand.
I'm gonna.
Can I help you with something? Are you looking for something? Ooh, someone?
Looking for information.
On what?
Are you walking behind us?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
He-
gonna
his
turn
shoulder-
around
his head
and
is on
tilt
the
his
other shoulder.
that way.
You're what?
Oh, like turn around and face like.
So
My
he's
head
walking forward ahead of you.
is
I
on
thought.
this.
It's still right
What?
there! It's as I'm walking!
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Basically, he's a three-headed man walking.
Okay, heard.
As I'm looking at the book, I'm looking for a particular writing of a room from the inside the castle, inside the basement, that holds more knowledge.
Okay. That would be the king's private vault. And
Which would hold more documents about stuff that haven't happened.
the only way that the page can be read is like a blank illustration, but it's an illustration of few lines.
Yeah.
I'm good at illustrations.
But
He has a picture book.
blowing fire
He's
or
written-
heating
I
it
mean,
up
you have a
enough
picture book.
reveals
Book full
the
of pictures.
page's information.
Wife,
Wife. You
Wife
are
what?
correct.
I require your assistance.
Okay, what?
I need to lightly warm up this page.
You might just hold it close.
Roll a dexterity
He hugs it.
check for me, one of you.
D16?
Yeah.
Oh, before you roll that, good question. Are we friends?
Yeah.
Are we allies?
Yes.
Keep
Don't
walking.
listen to him.
This is actually.
This is out of game.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is.
this is our game?
yeah.
Yes, we're friends. Me and
Cool.
you, like real life, we're
No,
friends.
no, okay,
Oh,
so
oh,
are the
it-
characters allies?
Are we enemies?
It's an ability he has that he can boost you if you're an ally.
Are you?
I mean, we're technically
I would say at
enemies,
this
but
point in the story, you do not have a relationship good enough to boost with leadership skill for them.
Okay. Then I'll use inspiration.
Okay.
But think like
to be
friendly
determined.
trinkets.
Like,
Would
Well,
inspiration?
No, he's saying
Sure.
you're not.
At a 6-to-1 ratio. So it's not as good as your leadership.
So everyone else has that though.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't use your special
Like I
ability.
said, I'm going to
to
get rid of the racial traits, or the elemental traits here soon.
Okay.
So
Wait,
I'm really
really?
not counting them. The elemental traits are going to change slightly. They're going to be updated.
Oh, okay. I was like getting rid of
Yours
that
are yours and Carl's are going to pretty much change the same, but the proficiency that come with them may become less.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only reason I can fight.
I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, you were just like what I view as a small child, or not small child, as a child following me around.
A large child.
Plus
A
3.
large child. That
Plus 3.
for what?
For
You
whatever
get a plus
roll
3
you're
for
doing,
your
it
dexterity
dex.
roll.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You've.
I would like to use a luck point.
Yes, please, maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
This once, I will
Making
allow
a
you
skill?
to re-roll for you.
At
because-
least it's oh
no,
God.
I'm gonna say no. You cannot make it skill.
That's a
Well, so the whatever he held
11?
close to me,
Except
like,
with plus 3.
11. It's not a hard task,
Okay.
but the
Oh.
edges of the paper do start to singe as the
Woo!
text comes into visible, visible readability.
sorry.
Sarsha. I thought I said control the king.
That's not.
She is fire.
You're the one holding it too close. I'm
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, it's like. Stay far away. Let it heat up from here.
But quick question. I don't mean to be rude, but do you take showers?
No.
Oh,
I mean, she's fire.
I have to take showers.
Germs don't.
Of sand.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't think not much gets close to me without, like, bugs, like.
Oh, you'd be
Just
great
like
at the
Moths
swamp.
are amazing when it comes to her. It's just like fireworks.
At night.
The mosquitoes would be great. Are there more of you?
You're
Like, I.
Sarsha was.
you're the second
When
rarest
you-
kind of
when you
nymph
go
there
to the
is.
So there's
swamp,
other
just feed her
volcanoes?
citronella.
So, because I'm volcano or because I'm.
Fire nymphs are extremely rare. They're the second rarest nymph.
They are.
So, it's kind of hard to find us.
The swamp, that'd be so nice. With dark mosquitoes. You can sit and smack. And then it doesn't help that I have only 3 claws.
If you're on the other side,
No, it's
just walk
this,
on
'cause you
the
have a
other
thumb.
side, closer, and then I'm in between.
Well, I don't think you want to go home.
As we're
With me.
at
Well,
their
yeah,
death,
but where
we're
we
gonna
are.
continue walking. Can I roll to see an observation check to see if a very old, almost dead friend is still in the area?
You're being real elusive, friend.
You had me jump total trains of thoughts. You wanted to light up the page so you could actually read it.
Yeah. And then I'm looking for a friend. Like, I see if a friend is still alive.
Okay, so we'll say that's why you came to Zeketh. Roll an observation check.
So 11.
You need to trade that
11?
dice.
Can I have a different one?
You want to share?
Yeah!
All white
It was a
dice
good
are cursed
throw.
in this group.
It's underneath that foot.
It's being mean to me.
Right there.
It's
Which
being,
one do you want?
orange.
Which one you want point at?
Colorblind.
Oh, I forgot.
You're good. My own mother forgets I can't get math. Red green.
Okay.
Some yellows and browns.
Is this friend a dragonborn or no?
No.
Okay. So, moving through the town.
Well.
Okay. Moving through the town, you eventually find a small stall, and it's an archery shop. And inside there is a wood elf whose silvered hair has turned white. He's so old.
What'd you say, Sonny?
Pierced?
His ears are almost drooping with the amount of earrings he has.
Still has?
Still has
Okay.
across
Still
them.
Don't finger his. Don't tongue his earrings, please.
Oh my gosh, no. So if they're removed,
jeepers
that
creepers,
means
yes.
they've been kicked out of their home.
Like our friend Oliver has all of his removed.
He's sitting there. His back is bent. He actually comes in at probably about 2,000 to 3,000 years old if you take the time to count the earrings.
Oh, definitely. Then it is a.
He is very old.
Old man.
Young, scaly thing that keeps walking through my front door. What do you want today?
I look at myself. That was nice.
I wasn't talking to you, smart Alec.
I like it. I'm looking for information.
What's new? Pretty much everything I see these days. And goes behind his counter, and he's like, "What this time?"
This is the only town that still uses tablets.
Are you
That's why I
Jackie
live
Chan in the Forbidden Kingdom?
Slap.
What?
there. I was actually imagining Grandpa from Jackie Chan cartoon.
Okay,
I'll
let's
show you a
just
clip
keep
later.
moving, okay?
Yeah, I'm lost with them too. Do you have
Uncle, not Grandpa. Sorry.
anything new on my kingdom?
Phoenicia.
Phoenicia?
Goes under the counter, and you get the idea Panzer and I think it's just Panzer and
It's just those two.
I think it's just Panzer following you guys around because Oliver
Panzer
stayed
and
behind,
Threshold.
and Buddy and Sam and Vadoma went shopping,
And
and they went to
Oliver
back.
is-
Okay, so it's just you. You get the idea that this guy's an information broker.
Oliver's on his Xbox. Just move on.
Okay.
But he pulls up. You got money this time?
That's what's on my bag. I can come back later.
Turn around, you got a bunch of money in your back.
You still owe me for the last time.
I know.
Alright, fine. He pulls out a sheet of paper, and it is the most up-to-date map of the Royal Kingdom of Phoenicia.
Not the new one that was built, not the one that was burned.
It is still burnt to the ground. It has never been rebuilt. Some things have been cleaned out, moved. There are some. It's like an old map that has been retraced over top of, with like red ink, or permanent marker,
Yeah.
and it's just been all this old stuff has been changed. But combined with the information you have that you revealed in that one page, and this map, there would be a viable path that they could cut to the Royal Vault if they wanted.
Thanks for your help, old timer. And don't you remember, last time was nearly 40 years ago.
Yeah, and you still haven't paid me.
That
I got a lot of interest
that actually
growing on
speaks
that.
worse on you than you might think.
You still owe me $50.
I gave you scales.
Yeah, those ran out a long time ago. Next time you're gonna owe me a gold goblet with emeralds in it, and nothing less.
I'll make sure we bring presents.
Thank you.
These are Ryan's.
I've gotten
And
a present
you
once.
get the idea
She's
that
just
her
trying to
presence
insert
is the
yourself.
only reason
She's like, I
that
have
he ever does anything for you. And he behind your back, oblivious to you, he's sitting there winking at her the entire time and just flirting it up with her.
Yeah.
I don't reciprocate.
You know what they say about the older guys?
Oh my god.
They call me a silver fox.
Ah, jeepers.
Alright, anyway. I take that map, I leave the shop, I thank him again, I walk out.
Okay.
Can I continue to look at the map, what's been updated, what's been moved around, and then I'm going to proceed to look for a back alley fight.
Okay.
Before we leave,
Mhm.
hi. Excuse me. Hi.
I hope you got better money than he does.
I have some money.
I'll believe it when I see it. What do you need?
Information broker.
I'd like information.
About what?
Where's the kid?
Where is she?
Where is she?
Whack!
What?
Hi.
He knows better than to actually throw one at me.
You throw it back.
Oh.
So will I.
No.
Do you
I'll give it up.
authenticate?
Outside of game, please communicate to me in a way that I would understand. What the heck are you talking about?
Authenticate, making sure something's real.
Okay.
I can appraise a few things. I've been around.
Would it cost me anything to get something appraised? Something
Yeah.
super easy?
Yeah, I don't do this for free. You don't got
You
any
just
hot
did.
chick on your shoulder. No pun intended.
You're not here. Stop it.
I can't shut up. I'm a kid.
Hi!
What? What? What just happened? I'm so confused.
Do you
So-
have a talking appendage?
I will.
He was
I'll
doing the
redo
mouth
it.
lip thing.
I'll redo it. Asked I didn't have a hot chick on my shoulder, so I was like, "Hello."
You know, Cartman put lipstick on his hand.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. He's not impressed.
How much?
Two silver pieces.
Okay, thank you. Are you still there?
No, he went outside.
Because she
All
said
right.
that you were still inside.
I take out my, I'll just call it adoption papers, and I roll them out.
Okay. You got the money on the counter?
It's a platinum coin. I'll need change.
You got your own purse over there, buddy.
Now I do.
Is it yours too?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
What language is that?
You know, you might be able to read it. Read it.
Read it.
It's ancient.
You've already had that translated.
Yes, I have.
And I don't have the translation here, so no.
I would like it at some point, though. Just stay.
Problem is I
basically
lost
a
it.
birth certificate.
And so I basically have just as
No,
much
no, no.
trouble decoding it
That's
as you.
not the birth certificate. This
Oh.
is the riddle for the shield.
Oh,
What's it written in?
I have that.
Alien.
No, ancient draconian.
Oh, so I probably could read it.
You could read it, but I don't have the translation handy because I lost it. It was on notes in my room, and then it's gone. So it probably got thrown away when I went through cleaning up my stuff.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. All right.
Yes, look at it.
So, your change. There you go.
I like that. You actually have them hold on to the pieces.
This cost me $144 for all this props.
Really?
Yes,
For all the props.
for all the props.
That's cool.
All right, and that's just the money props, the purses and the money. The gems cost
Files.
more after that.
Yeah.
All right. He looks over it. He's like,
Yeah, that's real. Is there anything else you needed to know?
Yes, what can you tell me about it?
Well, it's authentic. It's an authentic Phoenician seal. Looks like whoever gave it to you made you an unofficial member of the royal family.
Don't you fucking do that to me.
Oh, it's already.
it's already been in his
Yeah,
backstory.
That's my
actual
backstory. He raised me. He's my father.
The prince of the royal family raised him.
Oh my god. Wasn't the prince the asshole?
No, the prince was the one that was
Fuck yeah.
lost in battle.
Oh yeah. Like,
Thank you.
Well, thank you for actually paying for your work.
Takes the money.
don't you dare start looking over me like that. I popped my head. I heard that, old man.
Ah, fuck you.
Fair enough.
This will hold you off.
Well, thank you. It's not a goblet, but it'll work for now.
Alright, so you don't actually have to look for a back alley fight here. There are fighting rings all around the circus. If you want to fight somebody,
Did
I
he
just
hear
need to
that
a quick coin.
part?
yeah, he was waiting outside.
So we hear the conversation?
A little bit, yeah.
Do I care enough?
I don't know. Roll a dice. Do you
I
care?
don't know. How do you feel about the royal family? They've done good to you.
No, that would be percentage, wouldn't it? So, 50-50?
I
Sure.
usually just
Lower than
make
50, you
16
don't care.
higher, low.
That's not right.
12?
Yeah, that's not right. That's not percentage. No, I care. I care a good deal.
You find out that this chunky
Hey,
dragonborn
hey.
weeb,
Chunky?
chunky,
Chonky. My bad.
this chunky dragonborn weeb that's been following you around like a child all afternoon is an unofficial member of the royal family.
So he's like a nephew to me.
Basically, yeah.
Take responsibility.
Hey.
So you head off to the fighting rings. Sign up for one of the open fights.
Sure. Why not? You're my nephew.
What?
Fine. Legal right.
Nephew? Okay. Uncle? Jackie! Sorry.
There you go.
Alright, I gotta mess with my settings here. Give me a second. System.
Buy that document you found.
What?
That you have. You are the son of the prince. What's it called again?
Patrine?
Patrine.
You just
Which
that
means
what was it called again?
that you also have legal right.
Can't believe I actually used to use this.
If it was ever rebuilt, you would take heir to it.
That's what I'm working on.
I was the right-hand man of the king. I helped raise the prince.
Patrine?
Patrine.
Pretty much.
I knew the king long before he was the king. I knew the prince before he was born.
Dagnabbit. Alright.
I'm sitting there
Me and the
counting my
king
claws.
Were basically brothers. Brothers in arms, brothers in the bar.
Who was stronger?
Doesn't matter, he was king.
Did you let him win?
Of course, it's a king.
I roll observant. Is he lying?
Deception.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
19?
Hold up. It's charm, right?
Charisma.
16.
16? He can read you.
What did I say?
So did you let him win?
Yeah.
Alright. So, in this open fighting ring,
Oh, we're doing duos, if that's okay.
duos, okay. I'll have two of these guys then.
The guy
Inside,
walks forward, pops into two people.
Like, what's his name? Duo?
Yeah.
alright. So, that's why I brought up that, so you guys can't see the stats I'm working with, because I actually have a monster guide now. I can actually bring up these stats and actually roll off of them.
Nice.
Alright, so it's a ring. It's an open ring. Movement isn't really going to matter all that much. But you will have flanking bonuses if you target down one person. So, roll d12s for initiative.
Quick question.
Beginning of the fight. Yes.
Did Patrine teach me formation?
No. He taught you single combat only.
Oh shit, so I'm about to teach him something.
He knows
gonna
nothing
just be-
about how to use the shield for a shield wall.
You're gonna be at our base
Um,
camp. You're just gonna be the teacher at our base camp that teaches him new abilities.
Please, no.
When you're
Just
not
have you as
giving
an NPC in the background every time he goes back home, constantly using you to buff skills.
Yeah.
He walks up to you, 50 gold for this new ability.
Alright,
Gotta pay that elf somehow.
Oh my gosh. Alright, what are we doing? You said roll initiative?
Yeah, roll initiative. D12s. The lowest numbers go first.
10.
10?
The one time I need to roll low.
An 8.
8. Okay. 7 and 12. So, Bandit, bandit, you, bandit. Alright, so, at the beginning of the fight, the guy calls the beginning of the fight, and the bandit guy, he has a one-handed sword and a shield. Let's see here. Targets you out of the two.
Okay.
He's gonna go ahead and run in and use a skill to swipe at your ankles.
Okay.
That is an 18.
18 would hit if it was one higher.
Yes, okay, so it curves along the bottom of your shield and just sparks fly, and that's all that happens.
Back, forward, punch.
Left, right, sorry.
Fireball!
Hadouken! I never even played that game, and I still got it. All right. That was a vitality check, or was that a strength check? I can't remember.
Vitality check.
Okay. All right.
Got a June bug.
Yay,
It's not a
June bug.
June bug.
That's a June bug.
June bugs are green.
No.
It's-
June bugs are
it's
That
brown.
one was green.
It's a bug. It's not gonna kill you.
I'm sorry.
So what was the roll of your attack? 14. You rolled a 13. Congratulations. Roll your d4.
2 rounds.
2 rounds? Okay, he's stunned for 2 rounds.
2 round. Fight.
It goes to your turn. Panzer has just run, Panzer was charged by one of the bandit, your opposers, and he blocked expertly with the shield 2 times and then slammed him with the shield in true
How long,
Dragonborn
Panzer?
fashion.
How long have you had that shield?
Not long.
Like 3 months.
Has it been 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
left.
Travel.
Yeah, travel time. Travel
You got
time.
it
You've
right
had about
before
3
we
months.
Yep.
So, not bad blocks, kid, but
You got ups.
you need to be sturdy. Your block needs to be lower. Can't let him be able to go for the ankles.
All this during mid-combat.
Mid-combat, as I'm walking towards the dude that's stunned, I
You can
grapple,
take my kill.
just grab,
Okay.
Dragon's Breath.
Okay. Roll a knowledge check.
They're using swords, so...
This is the damage. He's stunned. He can't. He has disadvantage on the attack.
13.
Okay. What was your roll to attack? It was a
8.
8.
Wait, is it a D16 to attack?
Yep.
So 8.
Since you grabbed him first, it's a grapple, which he automatically fails. And then you said a total of 16.
What's the attack? 20 or 16?
It's a D16.
And he's not proficient, correct?
It's a Dragon's Breath.
What?
So it's just standard.
Okay. 13 plus my what?
Knowledge was it?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. So 13 plus 5. So that's 18.
18. Okay. So the guy's face gets completely charred as Patrine just walks up and breathes fire
Patrine?
right into. I'm sorry. Bjorn just
Patrine?
walks up and just breathes fire right past his face. I mean, he's sitting here with charred hair on the sides when he's done with it, and it's pretty gnarly. So.
Is he out?
No, he's not out. That passes your turn because you are Earth. The other bandit gets to run in, and since he sees you attacking his friend, he's going to come in and try to stab you from the side with his sword. What's your armor value again?
I think it was one below me. I think it's 17.
Yeah.
17?
It was
Okay.
17.
17.
He has to beat us. Sorry, it's 16. He has to beat
That
us.
does hit. It's a 20.
That,
So you, and it is a slashing weapon, unfortunately. So it's going
slashing has disadvantage.
yeah, slashing, not a disadvantage to hit, but disadvantage on the damage.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
So he rolls a d4 for damage?
He's going to roll. He's going to roll a d6 because that's the
Okay.
next size down.
And then you roll a d4. Or, actually,
And then
2d4s.
use your 2d4 for your Earth ability.
8
8. Okay, so he hits you, but because of the nature of your scale armor, it just literally sparks and slides off your body, and he's like, looks at the guys on the side of the field, and he's like, "It's not fair." And let's see if he gets a second attack. He does. He rolls his second attack. That will... Your armor value is 17? Yeah. It, once again, just glances off of you. After that, it's your turn again, because the other guy's stunned.
Now rush.
So, are you still holding him?
Yes, I'm still holding him by the neck.
I grab the other side of his neck and I'm just like,
oh, what the fuck? Okay.
It's been cooked. It's been cooked. I say that as I'm taking a chomp.
The guy just sitting here on the sidelines, he's like, I'm glad I had them send a death disclaimer. Go ahead and roll your hit. If it goes over his armor value, obviously, he's already grappled, so...
Precision. Oh yeah, how are we doing precision again?
It's your melee precision stat, and
With
you just
my
add your
range?
d16.
So I don't add range precision?
No.
They're two separate still?
12.
Okay. 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay, that hits. His armor value is 8.
Awesome.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they're not very high level characters.
Okay.
But, yeah, so go ahead and roll damage.
Sure.
That's a d8.
Oh, Dad.
And it automatically crits, so you roll 2d8. Or actually, no, he'll automatically take a d8 because he's stunned. So you roll your d8 and then add your strength.
6, 12, so 20.
20? Okay, he's not looking good. There's like half of his face has been torn off and missing, and you're just sitting here chewing, and it's kind of crispy, and it tastes like chicken.
I look to you.
Did I do good, Uncle?
That was mean.
There's a lot of people on the sidelines there's a lot of people cheering, and there's one person that's just sitting there, and he's like, "Ooh," and he just completely faints and falls over. And it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna take my axe, my battle axe,
Okay.
and I'm going to swing on the other guy.
Okay. So, you're holding the one guy, you grab out your axe from your waist, and you swing through the air. Go ahead and roll a hit.
D16?
Yeah, off your melee precision.
No. That's his thing, is precision.
No.
You would get to roll a d20. D20 then for your attacks, for the sake of you haven't been around long enough to develop your skills. So I'm just gonna give it to you.
Woo! That hit all the dice. I'm gonna do this over here. Nope.
What is it?
That's a 12.
12? It still hits. Because their armor value is 8. Congratulations. Go ahead and roll a d8 and add your strength damage.
That's a 8.
An 8? Okay. Well, with that, it does a lot more damage than you would typically notice because he's wearing the wrong kind of armor to deal with an axe blow. And so, you just automatically, he made both attacks at your waist, and it's like, the heck? And he looks around at his sword for a second, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, and the axe comes and digs right in underneath of his ribs and sends him flying a few feet. After your turn, let's see here. He gets one attack, and he's gonna hunker up behind his shield, and he's gonna actually raise his defense for a few rounds.
Good. Okay.
Hang on one
Yep.
second. With the heavy weapons proficiency, okay, you can make skills off of that.
Right.
So using your turn to attack twice with your axe,
Yeah.
that's a skill you can make. Or, I don't know, decapitate an arm.
Alright,
That's
so
not what that word means.
so he uses
Dismember.
Dismount.
so he uses a skill to raise his armor value for a round.
Alright.
So after him, it goes to the other bandit who is still stunned. His stun recovers at the end of his turn. It is now your turn. You still have that crispy chicken taste in your mouth, and he's not looking too good.
I feel like I'm
gonna
badass
finish.
this round.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay. So yeah, that definitely hits, and
With
his
the D16 damage, I believe?
it's
What'd you
just one short of using the D16.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your D8, and it automatically crits because he's still grappled.
5, 6, 11, 11 plus 8 is 19.
19. Okay. How would you like to bite his head off?
By biting his head off.
Until I'm full.
Okay, so
Until I'm full.
Panzer's sitting here and just, like someone eating an apple without, eating the inside of the apple through the peel and everything. He's just sitting here slowly eating, and you're just like, let go. And he's just sitting here and he's just devouring this thing like a hungry child. It's now your turn. You got the other guy. He's in the corner and he's like,
Perception real quick, the quality of the shield.
Sure, go ahead, roll an observance check.
That's a 18.
Okay. It's a pretty standard panel shield. It's not like a tower shield or anything, but the armor value of it is about a 2.
I'm gonna break his shield.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna full on,
Smash a shield in, yeah. Give me a second, I have to determine the armor
Break
value of
it,
that.
smash.
To actually damage the shield itself, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll above an 18 to damage the shield itself.
Oh, I do it.
You rolled the wrong dice,
whoops.
but the D20, but you can keep the higher roll if you wish, even though you rolled the lower dice.
That's only 12.
Okay, what
The
was
other
that?
one was, he rolled a
Oh
dice.
shit, no, I rolled
11.
Fucking. That would have been a 17.
17. You try to damage the shield, but your battle axe simply scrapes and sparks off the front of it. So,
It's made out of metal or wood?
yeah, it's a composite of metal and wood. But after that, it skips the other guy's turn. Or it's his turn.
Hey, I'm tired. I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
We will catch you next time, Hannah.
Night.
Night.
I'm glad that Roxy is back with the group, though.
Same.
Me too.
Me too.
Night, Anna. Night.
Night.
Yeah, he's just gonna roll to up his defense for another round,
Hide behind
or
his shield.
for however many rounds he can pull off here. That's 4 more rounds. His armor value is raised, or 1 more round. His armor value is raised.
Alright.
So it goes back to your turn, Panzer. So the guy's hunkering against the wall with his shield up, and basically focusing entirely on defense.
Okay. Do I see any weaknesses in his defense?
Roll an
Being a
observance
defense-
check.
Using a skill off of my defense? Weakness on defense? Heavy armor.
Basically,
bodyguard.
you're looking to see what kind of attack types he has weakness to.
No, I mean I would already know that just by looking at his armor.
Not necessarily. You usually take an observance check.
19.
19. Looks like slashing damage is good against him.
Slashing?
So sword would probably be the best course of action.
The weight class of
Or your
armor isn't necessarily what's going to be what its weakness is.
That's what I'm using for is the weight
Oh.
class.
Claws.
Claws. Okay.
Slashing.
So that would be 2 attacks.
Okay.
With your claws.
I go in, kind of half crazy. As I'm going up to him, I'm gonna go up behind him, so we're in a pincher.
Okay. So you would
And-
gain advantage because you're trying to flank him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I would say roll with the next dice size higher.
Okay. First claw. It ain't gonna be high enough. 12.
12.
Yep.
Just barely misses.
Okay. My last claw. Hits.
Yeah, you did fucking hit.
22.
22.
Yep.
Okay. That is just a share high of using a D16 again. because he's upped his armor value. But go ahead and roll your D8. It automatically gets another D8 added onto your damage value because of his armor type.
Yes, 16 plus 6 is 22.
22. Okay, so as you go over there, your first attack just basically brushes across his shield, and your second attack just claws on down his back, and you can feel your claws just start to dig into the leather, and then you can feel it biting through and just ripping the leather armor open from the backside. And then it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take another hack at him with the axe.
Okay. Go ahead and
Does he also gain?
16, 20.
you roll with a D20.
Does he roll with a D20 with a D4? Does his die size go up?
For his
being
precision? Yeah, he
14.
rolls with a D6. I think I did that wrong with you,
Okay.
but it's fine. You roll with a D20 because your precision stat is your primary stat. And then you'll get advantage on the damage die. So it'll go up to a D10.
That's a 8? Or 8, 9.
9. Unfortunately, with Panzer attacking him from behind, the shield is the only thing he's got going for him, and it once again slashes down. He just pulls the shield and like, no! And he just slashes across the front of his shield. The dice are not strong with you tonight. In a desperate attempt, his armor value is up for the next, I said round.
So after his turn and his armor value.
It's already ended. It's
Dang.
His turn. It's his.
He's, in a desperate attempt, he's going to try to surrender for his life. Rolls a natural 20. He's sitting there cowering on the ground, and it just kind of spoils the fun of the fight. Just sitting there cowering on the ground.
Fight? Do they allow surrendering?
What's your total?
You have the choice. It's a natural 20.
What's the total?
For a 24.
24?
Yeah.
That'll be No, it's actually a 13. Sadly. So it's only a 19.
Okay.
Didn't make it.
So, this guy, just the amount of cowering he's doing and the cowardice, he's more concerned about his life than dueling to the death.
Okay.
He's just sitting there crying. He's like, I give you my money. Just please don't kill me.
I pick him up. I strip him of his weapon,
Okay.
his shield, his clothes, his money, everything, and then I just push him into the dirt.
And there's a yeah, sure, go ahead.
I decapitate him.
So as you're sitting here, you're stripping him completely bare, and as you toss him up the air to throw him out of the ring, there's just an axe blade that goes, and he just rolls out of the ring.
I rolled a 54, above a 50. I don't take it. I don't take the scornering of the fight.
Yeah.
If you roll 50,
It is with traditional dragonborn prowess that the both of you have completely defeated your opponents. And a lot of people in the crowd are cheering. The barbarism is, very into it. From the purse that he actually had, he has 20 copper pieces and 5 silver pieces in his purse available.
Can I get that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll split
Yep.
Nice fight.
Oh yeah. You need to work on your shield wall.
I'm the one that didn't get hit.
Shit.
I never got hit.
Dang!
I don't know if you noticed. Put a sword in my scales.
Yes, but that's still called a hit.
Actually, I just realized I can just give you.
I don't have to worry about taking damage.
So
Right,
I'm just
but
gonna
that's
give.
not the point.
I'm just gonna give you silver because that's 20 copper right there. So.
3 is worth 5.
So yeah, so 10 silver is worth of or 10 copper is worth of silver. So you guys ended up having 7 silver pieces between the two of you. So, the other one ended up having 70 copper pieces, or 7 silver, and 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
Neither of them had any gold on their person.
Wait, can't you see the dead?
Yes.
You just
Sometimes.
look out there like, what the hell, man?
Sometimes.
And it wasn't your blade that killed him, and you didn't use your blade for the other one either.
Yeah, I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm glad that this came out to even pieces of silver.
You had a copper?
I pull out my spear.
Okay.
Do I see him?
Roll a spiritual sense if you have that available. Then it's just going to be a simple charisma check with disadvantage, or an observance check with disadvantage.
Not charisma? I thought it was charisma.
Yeah, go ahead and use charisma.
It is charisma most of the time, the spirit stuff.
10. I mean, the force may be strong with this one today. Yeah, you can sense his soul still.
Poke.
Alright, so, strangely enough, the lizard man in front of you just randomly takes off his spear and jabs the air.
It'd be better if you worked in your farm with your shield.
Nothing's ever good enough for you, Dad!
I turn around and go for the other one as well?
Sure. I'll say for the sake of it, both of them are available right there.
Okay.
Both of them pretty much dead. Their souls still
Pretty much
writhing
dead.
where they were.
Why you keep giving me 4? We only got 7 people.
We got 9 that time.
Yeah. So, also the prize for both of you is a gold piece each.
Sweet.
So $100 each of you, basically. It's yours. Your stains. I don't know what we're gonna do with your pile of money later, because you're not gonna be here for like 7 months.
I got a plan for it.
I need that for breaking change.
I know, right?
Walks out the door and just eats it.
But
I didn't think about that. Pants are good gold.
unless there's anything else you want to do,
You are perfect. I'm not. You would digest it, and it would be useless to us.
I'm gonna walk out, go back to the old timer shop, give them the pieces I have.
Okay.
Pieces I have.
I will say, he did request a gold goblet with encrusted jewels.
I'll tell him to kiss my ass, and he'll take what he can get.
Screw you, you scaly young thing.
He takes the money.
Young.
That sounds more like he's hitting on him. You scaly young thing.
I'm not a perfect DM. I'm sorry.
I had fun today.
That was fun.
Thank you.
I go back to looking at my map and figuring out what we're doing next.
Okay.
I start talking to her. Sasha about the next place to travel to.
Okay. So it sounds.
Stop.
It sounds like the next time you will be able to meet Bjorn and Saoirse will
It's
probably
in 7
be
months.
when you visit Phoenicia next. Maybe.
This is the
If
NPC
you
we meet,
ever-
and then he levels up away from us, so he matches us.
So,
Boy.
Work on your shield wall. Work on your spear technique.
Yeah. You know, it'd be great if I had a teacher.
everyone just looks at Saoirse for some reason.
And she's on a little small square of fire for some reason.
Just got one of those little clay tablets. She's playing around making.
Starting to
things.
crash.
Is that what we're talking? Yeah, I can teach you how to do all those things. For some reason, I know how to do it, even though I can't touch paper.
Should I teach him how to fight?
Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess if you want to.
Both of us have just been on our phones. We don't know what's going on.
I will
wasn't
give
involved.
you
I was like, okay.
one lesson before
Oh,
I
wait,
have to
that's
leave.
it.
D20 for
I'll say for the rest of the day, you can work on training him if you wish.
what would it be?
It would be a.
Knowledge
I would say a knowledge
or
check.
charisma?
Knowledge or charisma, your
Whichever's
choice.
higher.
My knowledge is 5, my charisma is 6, so that's a 16.
Okay.
What do I roll?
Observation?
I think that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That is a good idea.
My
Observation.
I think knowledge would be to recall the information. Observation would be to learn it.
Okay. Shoot. I guess I gotta roll a d16 on this.
Really?
Yeah, knowledge isn't my proficient.
Observation.
Well,
Yeah,
my
a little bit of
knowledge
sun.
and my observation is the same thing.
Too bad I'm not there.
Well,
Alright.
you wouldn't be able to help.
It's pretty much the end of the day, right?
It's getting there.
I still got 2 luck points.
Hey, buddy.
Whoa. So
17.
17. You're higher than his, so congratulations. For this, you have proficiency in armor, correct?
Okay, I am
Heavy armor,
sorry
which
to
is my shield.
interrupt.
Okay.
So, right as you said 17, I'm watching a movie. Literally, a
Just all of
millisecond
us,
after
like,
y'all
waiting,
said
oh.
that, and y'all said 17, and a person, a character in the fucking movie said 17. I'm like, what?
It's a crack in the matrix.
He was just talking. You would know that.
Okay, y'all, go ahead.
what?
Gotta keep that earbud in.
Yeah.
Alright. So for the sake of, since you have proficiency in the stats already, you learn a skill, Retaliate.
Quick question. You work with spears as a panzer? Sword and shield. Or spear and shield.
That is the Spartan weapon. So
That is.
It is. He has knowledge of it, but he has preferred a battle axe since he started working alone.
What I would be asking is if he could teach me the way of the spear. I don't have any proficiencies in spear.
Yeah, I could.
Okay. 2 successful rolls already. Gaining a proficiency from 1 day of training is a pretty steep cost, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a percentile. If it beats 60, I'll say yes. If it doesn't, you'll just get a skill that will benefit from your defense ability
Cool.
to attack.
Thank you.
So,
Cool.
percentile. Get your dice tray over here.
Yep.
That is a 15.
It is. I'd like to use a luck point.
I mean,
Valid!
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 All right.
Damn! I only have 1 left.
I know!
That is an
62.
82. Or no, 62.
That's
All
exactly
right.
60.
All right. You gain proficiency with the spear from a day of training with a Phoenician soldier.
You just walk in. You look different.
Different.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and add that to your proficiencies.
Gladly.
Proficiency with a spear. God
Yeah. It's hard to
damn.
come across
after
proficiencies.
all that, I go. Now we drink.
And Panzer and Bjorn get wasted the rest of the evening.
When you come back in, you're like sloshed. You walk into the room and we're just like
What happens
repairing
if I
a
drink
person.
alcohol?
What?
What happens if I drink alcohol?
You burn brighter.
No, I would say you burn brighter and your cup lights on fire.
Nice.
You can't drink alcohol because as it gets to your mouth, it just bursts in its way.
It's just like
Well,
throwing gasoline on a fire.
She can control her temperature, though.
They're to a point, yes, but
Yeah.
it's like throwing gasoline on a fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
She can never get wasted. All right.
She always burns my liquor.
It is 9:39. Does anyone want to do anything before we close out the evening tonight? I think it's going to be a little bit shorter session today because Thane and his wife
Oh, you guys can keep going. It's
Gotta-
no big deal.
gotta
I'm
go.
getting kind of tired myself.
Yeah, I need to get off soon too.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured today would.
What
This
did
would be a
Ashley
good spot
say?
to
She was
quit.
kind of quiet there.
what did Ashley say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought I
s-
heard you in the
I
background.
thought I heard someone in the back. I thought I heard you in the background too.
No, Carl just has a hot girl in his bedroom.
His truck.
His truck. In the bed of his truck.
Picking up
Maybe.
Maybe. Cheeky
Okay.
bastard.
Okay, so that is where we'll go ahead and mark it off for today. We'll say that you and the party ended up parting ways in the morning. And next session, we will pick up with the party getting ready to travel on to the city of Connecticut.
I have.
Spent so much money on all that equipment.
I was gonna say.
Unless
We're
you-
going to capture rhinos.
Okay, so if you're gonna go capture rhinos, you can still do that. It's up to you guys.
We need our pet rhino.
Exactly.
Okay. Like I said, they're gonna be really hard to
We're
tame.
getting a baby.
You're gonna steal a baby from a mom?
Okay, you haven't met this group. We have no morals. We
Yeah,
have.
We're gonna
watch
kill the
mom
mom
full of
first,
shit
okay.
and take your-
Well, we're gonna kill her first. We're not gonna let her
Oh
watch.
my god!
We have 3 cannibals in the group. 1 amoral robot. Like Oliver is the only good person.
All right. So I believe you guys already paid for all the equipment. Did you rent a wagon? I can't
No,
remember.
we were gonna. That was gonna come out of our end thing.
Okay, so you're gonna borrow the one from the circus.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So next session, for the sake of, I think we'll pick up where you guys are at the circus, picking up your wagon and setting off on the 3-day journey to get to the cavern where the rhinos are. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
I'm good with that.
All right.
What now?
We're gonna. The next session, we're just gonna be going to get our pet rhino.
Oh.
I know.
All right. So that is what we will pick up next week. Thank you, folks, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Had a lot of fun tonight. I cannot, for the life of me, navigate the TV screen upside down to close. I need to
Night, y'all. I gotta take this thing out of my ear. It's making me bleed.
duplicate displays.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.